Hello, welcome to my channel. Can you guys see me up in the left-hand corner? Maybe it's the right-hand corner of your screen, but I'm right here showing my Halloween getup because we are in the week of Halloween right now, and this is my favorite time of the year. And so we are the last few lives have been all Halloween themed, right? Scorpio season, saying happy birthday to all my Scorpios. It is their time to shine. You can say happy birthday to them on this video. You could win a personal reading. I will have to announce, I totally forgot. I just realized that to announce the Libra. I made a list and then I didn't choose one yet. So that will be coming in. I never forget. I've always gotten the winners out there. It's been a lot going on, so kind of hectic. But anyways, come on in. Tell me your sign, who you're cross-watching. Yes, you see me. All right. Your energy always helps out the channel when you come into the live streams. I do see what's going on. You are my audience. I love the good energy. Do Aries through Pisces on Mondays. It's their feelings for you, so I can dive a little deeper today. Plus, for each zodiac sign, I will look at each individual zodiac sign. So if the main story doesn't fit, then the something in the all signs portion will, the Aries through Pisces, hopefully. And or you can check out the individual readings. Now, this is a live stream. I do live streams so I can interact with you guys. So those of you that don't like that, then live streams are not for you. But I do put timestamps up so that you can get to your reading. Most of the time I get them pretty close to where you don't hear any talking or see anything. You can get right to your reading, but it's a live stream, guys. Let's bring some good energy. All right. No, it's the pre-shadow. The Mercury retrogrades on the 9th or the 10th, depending on I think where you are. But we're definitely in the pre-shadow, and sometimes some astrologers say this can be even just as heavy as the regular retrograde. We do have that weird thing flying up through the sky, the 3-eye atlas, or the third intergalactic, whatever, stellar object that could be stressing us out. We don't know. And Mercury does enter Sagittarius on Wednesday. So that's going to be going into a nice fiery energy of Sag. So those of you that have a hard time already holding back your truth, this may also be a good time to just make sure you filter if you want to keep your friends or keep your partner around. But anyways, did I miss anything? Let's see. Everybody's been asking me about these cards. These are the new cards I just got. Tarot of Little Lyra, or Lyra. All right, Tarot of Little Lyra. And they're adorable. I love her, and she's perfect for this season. So let's get going. I'm going to start Aries off at Aries 444. All right, guys. Welcome in, Lisa, Joha, Melissa, Texas, Angel, Carlissa, Saramo. I've got a lot of new people on the channel, guys, so please don't be shy. Come in. Janet, we have great people. We have a lot of mods and members in here. Don't be intimidated by the different colors. Everybody's cool, but I do have a lot of new names, and I'm super excited about that. Eric's here. What's up? All right. Let's do this. Aries. Let's see your person's feelings for you. What do they act like around you? What are they showing you? But what are they really feeling? All right. What are they really feeling? Let's see. All right, Aries. Let's call in the energy for Aries. All right. All right. Well, you got the Knight of Cups. So whoever this is acting as if they've got some feelings for you. So it seems like, you know, they're following their heart. It could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. You know, it just feels like they're putting on a good show for you if you're thinking they don't, because the Knight of Cups really doesn't hold back. They're, you know, they fall in love at first sight. This could have been a love at first sight sort of story. And I mean, would you be here if it was? I don't know. But I mean, people, you know, sometimes we meet that person and then, you know, when the rose colored glasses, whatever is going on, right? But at first it's like, Aries, this person's got you thinking they're all in it. They've got feelings for you. They're falling, they're in love. They want to take it to the next step, you know, and you got that little turtle here. So it does feel like this is somebody that wants to feel comfortable and feels very comfortable around you. Maybe they do move a little bit more cautiously than normal, because maybe they do see something with you that they don't see with other people, right? So they're trying to figure it out. And that's why they're still kind of lurking around your energy. But what do they truly feel deep down? I have the Wheel of Fortune energy here. All right. So this is somebody I just got that doesn't want to repeat anything that they've dealt with in the past. All right. You know, so they are a little skeptical is what I got. It feels like this person makes a lot of choices and ends up paying the consequences for them. They follow their heart. They fall in love quick. And you know what? Honestly, Aries, I feel like, remember, these readings can be from your perspective as well. And I feel like this is you. You fall in love right out the gate. And then you're like, you wake up the next day and like, what the hell was that? Right. And you love to be in love. You love passion. Right. But this person seems to be aware that, you know, they're taking their chances, right? They're taking their chances in this connection. They may even feel sometimes like and don't get triggered. It can always be reversed or just it's not for you. But they may feel like they see signs of a repeated pattern. You know, you remind them of their ex, or you guys have been together before and they're like, oh, I can see this happening again. We're always on our best behavior when we're first getting back together or when we're trying to get each other on the phone. But, you know, that little devil is still lurking beneath the surface. Right. So there is very karmic-y energy going on right here with you person. And it feels like they're being pulled because their heart is saying, something's just not completed between us. Something feels like it's there, it needs to grow, we need to explore this. But I'm definitely feeling a little wary about making the same choices again. All right. So let's see what triggers them about you, all right, and how they view you. Ooh, the Queen of Wands. How perfect for this. So you trigger them just by being you, right? You trigger them just by being yourself, authentic. You got a big heart. You know, you're spunky, feisty, maybe a little demanding, maybe a little bossy, but you know, hey, you know, tough shit. Right? That's where you're showing up as the Queen of Wands. I mean, unless the devil comes out next to you, it doesn't seem like you're doing anything you don't feel right. You just feel you're called to something, you want something, you feel inspired, you're really confident in yourself. You know, even if you're, you know, feeling down or feeling like you're struggling and people don't even know. This is what I love about my Aries. Remember, my baby, my son's an Aries, right? You will act confident and act like there's no sweat off your back until somebody pushes you over the edge. Then you better just watch out. That's when the tower goes off. But you have a way, you're so independent that, you know, you kind of have to dig deeper to find out what's really going on with you beneath the surface. And you may be dealing with stuff and this person doesn't realize it. Maybe you come across very, very passionate and very well put together and very confident. And this person might not even realize, you know, what's going on. But you could be triggering this person. Hey, there's nothing wrong with bossy, right? We just got to know it. We just got to be, you know, let other people get a chance, right? There's a lot of us that are pretty, they're leaders, you know what I mean? We just got to be a good leader. We got to let other people step up too. And we're just seeing here, though, that there could be something that triggers you. Maybe they were in an unhealthy situation where they felt like they couldn't get a word in, or they felt like they were misunderstood, or they just want a say in the relationship. Maybe they just feel like you're coming on a little strong. All right. But what I will say to you, Aries, is I don't think you're doing anything wrong. It's this person here is falling in love with you. This is what they're showing on the outside. There's got to be something in this connection where you're feeling, you're feeling the vibe. You got water and fire here. Very, very passionate, very emotional energy. The only thing is that Wheel of Fortune. It's like, is this going to be another cycle? Is this going to be another, are we going to wake up and regret it? But let's see what fears that, what do they fear? They fear a commitment, all right? All right, and I don't know if there's another person involved or if you're in another relationship with somebody, all right? So they may be wondering or afraid that they can't meet your standards or that you are in a connection with somebody, but I don't want to go down that road today. It gets too complicated when I pull out other relationships. So, but what I do see, they're afraid to be vulnerable with you. There is something about your energy where it feels like they would get lost in your energy. They would lose control. You may have a strong influence over them. But on the flip side of that, they can see you as being a potential partner. Like you meet them on the same frequency. They like what they see with you. All right. You guys have a lot in common. All right. They've met their match with you. All right. But also it just feels like, can I be vulnerable with you? So I want to see this Wheel of Fortune. Why are they feeling triggered with this karma? And I have the Ten of Swords. So we are seeing here that this person has made many, many wrong turns in the past. Right. And it could have been with you, could have been with somebody else, but it looks like either they've been really betrayed, they've dealt with a karmic, or the two of you have both, kind of betrayed each other or hurt each other in the past. And they're afraid, they want to turn things around with you, but they're wondering if they're going to make the same mistake again. All right. The heart wants what the heart wants, though. With the King and the Queen of Wands coming out here with the trigger and the fear is, this scares the shit out of me, Aries. You scare the shit out of me. But at the same time, am I going to find another like you? I mean, you seem to have everything down to your appearance, your swag, everything you say. You're a fire. Maybe you guys have strong sexual chemistry. This person really does feel connected to you. So what do they hope for this week? And what possible next actions? You have the Three of Wands. So this person definitely is in it. You've got them focusing or picturing the two of you getting together. Maybe you guys hanging out. Maybe they're thinking about if this is sort of a little bit of a distance between you guys, because this can indicate, either online, they live at a distance, but we want to connect with each other. Seems like your person here is really kind of being pulled to, we've got to explore and see where this is going. I really want to connect with you, and very positive energy, Aries, for you. I just love it so far. Now, their next actions is the Three of Pentacles. So 33 for you. The threes are your numbers today. To start this off. This is the Three of Pentacles. This is the, let's get together. Let's make this work somehow. So this week you could be talking about future plans with them. When can we connect? How are we going to do this? No matter what obstacle is there, it feels like I really want to turn things around and see where they go with you. But at the same time, know this person is hiding from you, that they get triggered easy with you, and they are a little bit cautious about getting hurt with you. All right. So, and ooh, look at the Tower card at the bottom of the deck. All right. There's your energy. So they may feel a little bit, uncertain, like they know there's something about you that could take them in a new direction. I think you got this in yesterday's reading, right? I'm not sure. Like, did you? Maybe it wasn't you, but it feels like divine has spoken. Like this is a redirection in a relationship. This person sees you as somebody here that could help break them out of a past situation or help change their life, the course of their life, both of you. You know, can we turn things around? Can we, you know, with this wheel of fortune, can we change the outcome of this relationship in time? It looks as though the only trigger is that sometimes they feel the uncertainty with you, right? Or that could even be intensity with you. All right. So let's see any hidden messages, and then I will look at Aries through Pisces, see possible actions towards them this week. Let me see. Actually, I think I'm going to pull these, see if these go with the Aries through Pisces. Anything they want you to know. Let's see. So you have an Aries, Leo, Sag showing up for you in a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fixed energy, Sagittarius energy, Jupiter showing up. Aries. All right. So chaser, they feel they like when you chase them, Aries, or they're when you chase them, they run. All right. So, but I can see them in pursuit of you, and they are afraid of rejection, your Aries. Right. So it does seem like you guys are on a karmic wheel, you and another Aries, right? But it looks like they're coming back around for another chance at things. Taurus feels abandoned. Taurus feels alone. If they've left the situation, they're really missing you. They are with you no matter what or where they're at. Gemini is watching your social media. They're always keeping tabs of you. No matter what you're doing, they're always fascinated to see what you're wearing, what you're doing, who you're talking to, what you're up to. Cancer, your silence right now feels safer to them. They don't want to get hurt again. So Cancer feels like they really got hurt by this connection. They were into you more than you thought, or you can flip it. All right, Leo wants to bring a balance to this relationship. They are still connected to you. They feel a spiritual connection. Sorry, I couldn't get that out. That's Mercury retrograde coming in. Virgo worries that you moved on. All right, they want to know if you still think about them the way you used to. Libra, there's stagnation right now. They try to control the situation. They're afraid to let go of control. It's like they're not ready to make a decision yet. And so it feels like you just need to release your Libra and let them do their thing. That's when they'll decide to make a move. Scorpio couldn't handle your words when you were upset. It was very painful for them. So they know or realize how you feel. And if they hurt you, they know how deeply, and it hurts them too. Sagittarius, divine timing is needed for Sagittarius. It looks like your perseverance will pay off, but the right time, the right place. Capricorn ghosted you because of their own insecurities, all right? They didn't feel like they could meet your needs. Aquarius is focused on their goals, their money, and they're putting their career first before relationship. And Pisces is committed to someone else because they don't challenge them. You definitely challenge them to grow, and that's just it. You need somebody in your life that's going to challenge you, and they are wanting to stay stagnant in their life. All right. That was Aries. I don't know if I'm how I feel about those cards. We'll see how I go with Taurus. See what I choose. All right, Taurus. See, this is Mercury retrograde. When you start here, I'm a Mercury ruled sign, and when I start to stutter, my voice, everything else, it's Mercury retrograde. So we got this coming in. You guys who have been with me for a long time have gone through this with me before. But I'll get all my words all kind of messed up. 19. All right. Let's see their feelings for you, Taurus. I am going to get a little shelf here so you guys can see the cards. It's getting made for me. By a Taurus. All right. The Sun card. So this is what your person feels on the outside. This is what they show you on the outside. You have a Leo energy, and you make somebody happy, Taurus. I mean, there's a beautiful energy when you see the Sun card. You bring somebody to life, right? You nurture somebody. You may even bring a side to them that they're not even aware of yet, but you're a very nurturing energy, nurturing earth sign, nourishing, comforts, needs, you provide. And oftentimes you provide stuff that people aren't even aware they need, right? And so that kind of sucks because you're like, well, I give these nutrients, but I don't have the receipts for them, right? But the receipts are in your person's appearance when they see you or when they talk to you, and in general their aura, you lift this person's spirits up, right? So there is some healing energy coming through, and for the most part it feels like this person really very much enjoys, you bring out a more playful side to this person and you make them very happy. So deep inside, like, what do they hide in their hidden heart? The Devil card. All right. So this person may be really fearful. We'll have to pull another card on that, right? So your person may really be triggered and really even dealing with deep jealousies, deep unhappiness, deep depression you might not even know about, addiction. This person here has some fears. Let's say that the Devil card showing up. All right, so what's the trigger with you? The 10 of Wands. A lot of work. There's a lot of work in this relationship. There's a lot of intensity or stress. It looks like barely hanging on, but also knows that you guys can make it through. All right, so already starting off with a deep one today for Taurus. What's going on? So what are they afraid of with you? Let's see the Page of Pentacles. All right, let's go. Let's see, what do they really want with this connection? The Two of Wands. Their next actions towards you. The Temperance card. All right, why are you guys linked? The Magician card. All right, so let's do this. You have the Seven of Cups here at the bottom of the deck, and we are seeing an overall energy of uncertainty and, what if, and there's just so many possibilities. Is this too good to be true? Is this really what I want? Is this going to happen? I know I have feelings, but am I ready? I mean, you have a very strong overall energy of constantly questioning everything, and that can be you too. Right. Remember, the overall energy can be the mirroring effect of both of you. It's just both of you are constantly questioning things, but yet emotionally you're feeling invested in one another. So the soul link, though, is the Magician card. So somehow you guys are going to make this work. You're going to make it happen. You have the Sun card, you have the Temperance card, and you have the Magician card in your reading, which is telling me Divine's really helping this relationship, helping you guys deal with your fears and deal with your triggers. You do something to this person. This person might have a lot of anger inside, a lot of resentment, a lot of jealousy, a lot of betrayal. They could have been really hurt in the past. Obviously, who hasn't, right? But it really looks as though your person tries to tuck this, and you may really make this person jealous. You may really upset or anger this person. They view you. The trigger, Taurus, is you may get stressed out about everything, right? Or you hold on to everything so tightly, and this is where I don't want you to get triggered when I say things. Sometimes it's just about the way I deliver it, and I'm not trying to make it sound like 0 to, like 100 degrees, right? But the 10 of Wands can be a heavy energy. Maybe you get under pressure and everything feels heavy for you. Maybe it's hard for you to let go of something that needs to be let go of. I mean, the 10 of Wands is like, come on, let that shit go. You know what I mean? You're making your own life hard now at this point by worrying about certain things. You know what you need to do, right, to make it work, but it just feels like you're holding on to something with dear life. All right. Now this person here feels like that's what's stopping the two of you from just getting to know one another or re-knowing one another? Can't we start fresh? Can't we compromise or find some way to just kind of look at things from a different perspective here with that Page of Pentacles? They want to be able to open up. They want to be able to explore and see where this relationship goes. They want to build something with you. But it does feel like there is a sense of control here, but also that you don't like to have help from anybody. You don't like to open up. You don't like to be like anybody to really know what's going on with you, maybe, right? But that's a lot of pressure in your energy. So what I'm seeing is somebody could be misreading you if you're holding on or you're under a lot of stress or pressure. On the inside, you may think that you got this and you can handle it and you can, do everything yourself. But on the outside, your person might be reading that as you're pushing them away. You're kind of saying, I don't need you. I don't need you to help. I don't need you to fix it. But so a person here can't figure you out. All right. Your person, trying to figure you out. So you're triggering them. All right. There seems to be some serious, tension between the two of you. Let me pull another card out for the Devil. I have the Five of Cups. You're depressing your person. You're upsetting your person. Your person really cares about you. The Sun card. Your person trying to stay positive about everything, right? Whether it's you, so you can be in a relationship in the future. Maybe you guys have something you're trying to get together. Maybe you guys are together, but you're having a hard time getting past something. Your person here seems to be somebody that feels like it's gonna work itself out. I even have their next actions, what they long for, the Temperance card. This person's like, Taurus, I really feel like we are going to find our way together. We're going to be together. All right. We're being guided. We can help each other, but we got to find a way to work together right now. All right. Because this Devil, what your person isn't showing you, Taurus, is that you are really, really triggering them. And this is fierce. This is going to come out, right? This is going to eventually explode. Your person's definitely going to, get upset, and they don't want to hurt you. They don't want to make you upset. And that Five of Cups here, it does feel like your person's feeling pretty sad about something they said or did, or missing you, or feeling upset about something they said. Now, if this person gets angry or mad at you because of this Ten of Wands, you push them too far, you could really be opposites and you guys challenge one another. But it looks like your person feels really bad for whatever's happened between the two of you. And I am feeling, though, and I'm hearing that you trigger them. You push them sometimes, their buttons, right? And I have to say that because your card is the Ten of Wands. And this is somebody that can, really put a lot of pressure on somebody else. All right. So the Two of Wands, what do they want? The Two of Wands, they want you to go down a new road, right? All right. And it can be worried or fearful. It doesn't, just because I'm reading the Devil as anger, the reason why, let me explain myself to you. The Sun and the Devil is a negative energy. It feels depleted. It feels let down. It feels more angry, right? You have the Sun, you feel light, you feel happy. Without the Sun, negative, sad, depressed, right? And it can be, anger, resent too, and depleted. That's, so it can be any of those words, but that's what I came through, because the Ten of Wands is also a very feisty energy, very worn out, pressured energy. All right. So the Two of Wands, though, shows me your person here is like, look, we can't keep going down this one road, because every time we argue about this, or every time we get in a fight, or every time we hurt each other, neither of us feel good, and it really weighs on me. And I really want to see a future with you. I really see things working out. But the Two of Wands can also tell me that you're waiting for your person here to really let go of another situation, which is going to require you to have some patience here, Taurus. It's a Sagittarius energy. It is what it is. If this is your reading, it's like we got to just let things unfold naturally and not try to force things, right? Because your person is equally unhappy about the dynamic that's going on between the two of you, all right, that you are. Now, the Magician card is telling me here that you guys will make this work. Bottom line, you have this strong attraction with this person. You guys have to find some sort of balance, and this person is testing you to find some sort of balance in this relationship. All right, you guys can find that sweet spot where everything is perfect, or you can go overboard and everything turns into a tower. All right, so this is really a challenging relationship, but one needs compromise. We really need to work together, and it needs to be honest effort. It's not something that's going to be, some relationships just don't take work. This one's going to take work. Sorry, guys. This relationship's going to take work. But when you reach that point, it's going to be, you guys are going to vibe and everything is going to work together like magic. All right. But it's going to take some work to get there. All right. So let's see any love oracle messages for you. And I'll see any you got Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Gemini. All right. There was someone interfering in our relationship. And now that's what I can see. Maybe somebody, it's really weighing on them that there was somebody else, or somebody started some drama, or there was a past deception. It can be any of that with the Devil card. And somebody, it's really weighing on them. And it seems in time, we both know, the Two of Wands, that we're going to be able to get through this. All right. Somebody might not be ready, though, or they're still trying to figure out how to close a cycle with somebody. Let's see Aries through Pisces for you. The Nine of Cups just flew out. All right. Knight of Swords, bottom of the deck. Aries, you have the Tower card. Aries just got the Tower card, right? So it does look like there's some triggering going on, some truth being revealed, and some, with that Devil card in the Five of Cups, there definitely could be things being said. So be careful this week with, the retrograde and everything coming in. But also, if anybody drinks or any kind of, substance, and we have an argument, shit hits the fan, things like that. It does feel like I'm trying to help you avoid a tower moment. Although towers can be inevitable, something does need to come to light, but we can definitely handle it in a better way, especially with the Devil card showing up. So Taurus, it does feel like there's some repressed energy or anger or sadness that's coming up this week between you and another person, all right? Especially in Aries. Taurus, the Judgment card. So using your better judgment, looks like a fresh start here with another Taurus. We are seeing here making decisions based off of now, not the past, right? How can we leave the past alone, stop holding on to something, learn from it and move forward? So you could have a second chance with another Taurus. Gemini wants to be together with you. It feels a very closeness, friendship and family type of energy. So no matter where you're at in the relationship, it looks like you are forming a very strong bond. Cancer, Five of Cups. There's the Five of Cups. Cancer feeling really down about something that's gone down between the two of you. Missing you, still feeling sad about the situation. Maybe they overreacted. Maybe they triggered you and made you mad. I don't know, but there is some sadness there. Leo, Three of Cups. Leo's like, I love you. I want to hang out. We got Halloween coming. We got to get our costumes out. We got to get things going on. We got to have a good time. Leo loves you, Taurus. All right. Virgo, Seven of Pentacles. Virgo's invested in you, and no matter what, they plan on reaching out. They plan on figuring things out with you. They definitely want your energy in their life. That's for sure. Libra, the World card, all right? So you and Libra may find yourself this week finishing something up, finally knowing where something's going, feeling good and feeling like things are kind of finally settled in, all right? and moving forward. Scorpio, Six of Pentacles, you and Scorpio on the same page, very generous energy. It feels like they hear you, they know, they really care, and they really want to give you what you need. So there could be a renegotiation this week about, or a talk about what you need, what they need, and let's make this work. Sagittarius, we have the Star card. So Sag is like, I'm coming in. So if you've already had a tower, you know, it feels like Sag is, no matter what attracted to you, desires you and wants to heal this relationship. Capricorn, the High Priestess, they're still kind of hanging back, watching everything you're doing, silent, all right? They don't feel ready to speak. Aquarius, the Emperor card. Aquarius taking charge. Aquarius knows what they want. They want to make peace with you, or they want to see where things go with you. And Pisces, Queen of Cups. Pisces in their feelings, right? Pisces definitely feels you, feels connected to you. They may be still holding back a little bit for whatever reason, but it's not going to stop them from finally coming in towards you. All right, good morning. Afternoon here, but good morning to some of you. All right, Gemini. 36. All right, same as last time. So 3636 for Gemini. All right, Gemini. Guys, I've eaten so much candy. I got a bunch of candy for Halloween and to give out. And every time I walk downstairs, I grab a handful. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So I'm going to turn into a big chunk ball. A happy one, though. Yes. 70K for my birthday. That would be beautiful. That's a lot to ask for, but we'll see. Trick-or-treaters. I guess I get a lot in this neighborhood. I'll find out. If not, I'm going to find out because you guys are going to be like, doesn't look like Frankie anymore. I'm going to turn into a Reese. Almond Joy. All right. Gemini, overall energy, Queen of Wands, all right? And the King of Pentacles underneath that. So, all right, we got some good energy coming your way. Fire or earth for some of you. So it could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It could be a Sag, Leo, Aries. But I'm seeing somebody who's pretty certain in their decisions, very confident. But you do have an earth and a fire. And so there's going to be some, taming of some energy. Sometimes the fire, but I like this. I like earth and fire together. I know some people might say it doesn't work that well, but to me, I think it can sustain and really benefit each other if we can find harmony. And we got the Knight of Pentacles here. So this feels like, can we find harmony? Are we able to work together? Can we figure out what each other needs? And that's what I'm feeling. So I'm picking up on a relationship here where, yeah, it's going to be very challenging. You have King of Pentacles who knows what they want, and a King of Pentacles who makes a plan, and a King of Pentacles is like, what I want, I get, and I do my thing. It's a Taurus energy. I give you what you need. I know what I need to do, and I do it myself, big boss. But then you got the Queen of Wands that's like, well, I'm big boss too, and you know what I mean? And I love it that you got it to give, but I'm still going to get what I want and do what I want, and I'm pretty confident in myself as well. So, it can be a power couple, but at the same time, you guys can be each other's worst nightmare, pain in the ass. And so if we do see things slowing down, the Knight of Pentacles, it can be this judgy. Are we judging each other? Are we being, overly critical of each other? Are we, you do it my way? No, it's my way. Are we having a power struggle? Bottom line. That's going to slow things down here. But either way, you guys seem like you could really make this work. All right. This seems to be a winner that I'm picking up on. But watch, all my cards are going to come out. It's going to be every awful card you can get. All right. This is what happens. All right. So what do they show you? Oh, the Knight of Cups. This person has love for you. You know this. There's no doubt, Gemini. This person feels good. They feel drawn to you. They're very honest with you. You know, and this is the card. I think Aries had this kind of like love at first sight. You know, you got this person. You definitely got this person at hello. All right. So they love conversating with you. They love being around your energy. Maybe you guys went on a date and they just really felt your vibe. All right, so they're letting you know this person's giving off an energy of I want something with you. So to those of you that might be feeling like, well, what the hell? I mean, this is the kind of energy though that, you know, if you're gonna act like this, take action. Don't leave me hanging. All right, because that can be where you feel like you're being played by somebody. So what are they hiding from you? The Two of Swords. All right. So your person keeps talking themselves around in circles. It's like they're feeling pulled. They want to do it. They know they really want a relationship. You know, they really do want a relationship, but there's for some reason they're like, I don't know if I want to do this again. And it's confusing you. It's like, why are you giving off this energy? And I just called it. Why are you showing me, you know, that you have feelings for me? Why do you keep this vibe going? But, you know, the Two of Swords is here. Why are you confusing me? Why can't you just, you know, just give it a shot? Give me a shot. Stop this nonsense, right? Well, your person seems to be wavering back and forth. And if there is obviously another, or they're torn between another relationship and you, there's obviously going to be a complicated situation here. There's no doubt this person doesn't have feelings for you. But if they're in another relationship, it seems like there's a lot to lose in both situations, right? Losing you, but also losing, you know, if it's family, what if they lose their kids, you know, something like that. So there's definitely something this person here is trying to work through with you. And they're confused because their heart's in it. Now, the way they view you, and this is what triggers them with you, is the Sun card. This is coming out a second time today, is they don't want to see you unhappy. You bring life to their and joy to them. You make them happy. You're very pleasant to be around. They can see growth with you, and you have a really positive attitude, a really playful. So you, to me, it feels like you're not only a romantic partner for this person, or they thought about you in that way, but you're also a very good friend of theirs, right? They feel very comfortable with you and feel like they can be themselves around you. They can express themselves around you, right? So this makes this Two of Swords really difficult for them. They don't want to hurt you. They don't want to hurt, you know, themselves, and they don't want to hurt anybody else that might be involved. And if there isn't anybody involved, they want to make sure that they're not, you know, this isn't just love at first sight or chemistry, or is this just happening so quickly and then they're going to get trapped in a relationship. Now, I'm just being honest. This is the Scorpio side of me. Sometimes I can say things so real that it can sting, but you know, oftentimes we meet people and we get in these fast relationships, and you know, the chemistry is real at first, but your person might be like, I really don't want a commitment right now. And but the chemistry and the heat of the moment, and then you fall for it, and then you get hurt, and then but the person still does not want a relationship. That sucks. That sucks, because then again, you feel played. All right. So this person does not want to do this to you, though. So if they are pulling back their energy, it's because they're trusted. They're being smart. They're honoring themselves, and they're also respecting you. All right. So we have a Leo energy. What do they fear the most? But what do they wish would happen between the two of you? Look at this, King of Wands. I just got another Leo energy. All right. So this person is hoping for the best between the two of you. They're really feeling the chemistry. Right? They definitely, their heart's open to this. All right. So we're going to have to see this Two of Swords. You know, and I have a Six of Cups. They could be still dealing with somebody from their past. Or, you know, the Two of Swords, again, is the same kind of story, Gemini, where it's like, I don't want to repeat the past. Some of us have been through some shit, all right? And some of you guys haven't been good for you. You know, I'm jealous. But some of us have been through some shitty relationships in the past, or a shitty divorce. And some of us just are not ready, you know, to define a relationship just yet. It's really hard to. And that's how I interpret this. That's how I interpret this. I see the Six of Cups, the Two of Swords. It's like torn because I'm still too fresh in my mind of what happened in the past. And yet I want to turn over this new leaf. I want to move forward. I want to make some new memories, but I keep getting triggered. You know, I'm not 100% sure if I'm ready. And again, this could also even be too that they are still connected to somebody from their past that is stopping this relationship right now from actually grounding in. So what do they long for, though? The Three of Wands. So they're hoping that at some point you guys, you know, don't give up on this, but that you guys find yourself pursuing this down the line. All right. They want to see you guys get together. And this doesn't seem like way down the line. This seems like, you know, I want this to happen as soon as it, you know, possible, but I definitely am just not ready right this second to, you know, full-blown commitment just yet. So what's their next actions towards you this week? Of course, I'm going to get the Moon card. All right. So let's see the Moon. We have a full moon in Taurus coming up on 5th of November. So maybe by the full moon, this person will finally come clean. You know, they let a lot of memories get to them. All right, this person lets the past get to them. This person doesn't like fast shifts. So when things happen too fast in this relationship, it feels like you guys really, the chemistry, you really got emotionally attached to each other pretty quickly. It looks like we may have, you know, went on a date, went home together, whatever, or just really fell for each other. But then your person is like, but this isn't practical. So we need to step back, right? Or you got this person in their feels faster than normal, and it's triggering this person with the Moon card. And they're thinking, I just don't know what I want for the future just yet. And as hard as that can seem, because you're most likely here knowing exactly what you want, it's really hard to connect with somebody who is giving off signs of love, but giving off signs that they're uncertain about the relationship. It can hurt. It can hurt. And that's why this person is showing up as the Two of Swords too. Their deeper feelings. Like, I'm confused what to do, and I don't want to be pushed into making a decision. Because if you push me into making a decision, it's going to hurt more later if I make the wrong one. Right? And it's something where, you know, there's nothing you can do or anybody can do to make this person. We don't make people fall in love with us. They fall in love with us. But this person seems to want to see a future with you. All right. So why are you guys connected? 10 of Cups. It looks like you're supposed to be together. It looks like you're meant to see where this relationship goes. But there's this thing nowadays where people just don't trust the natural process of a relationship. Everything has to be a certain way, programmed a certain way, and be controlled. And I think it takes the joy of the journey out of it. And people are afraid of commitment right now. A lot of people just don't want it. But it does look as though, you know, you guys may find yourself together here in a relationship. So Leo is strong. You have Pisces. Could even be a Cancer. It's a Pisces card, but the moon is there. And you have a soulmate energy showing up for you. And, you know, the fire energy, the heart, the love, right? The love here. And you guys, this could be somebody returning into your life too as well, a fire sign. Or a new romance. That could even indicate for my Geminis a new romance coming into your life. Maybe you're thinking your mind's on somebody, but you know, you have somebody with the same name coming in. Let's see, Aries through Pisces, their next actions towards you or feelings, whatever comes through. All right, Aries through Pisces for Gemini. Guys, look at what just flew out. The King of Wands and the Three of Wands. These are the two cards you just had in the last reading. So for many of you, there's a fire sign coming in, all right? Fire sign on the horizon. So you may be meant to be in a relationship with a Leo, right? But somebody that you're connecting to really does see the possibilities, sees you guys going somewhere with this, all right? But it does feel like you can't force this one. You got to let your person, do their thing, do their little dance. And look at this. The next card after that was the Six of Cups. So these are synchronicities for you. They don't want to get let down or let you down. Maybe they let down somebody in the past and they're afraid they're going to let you down. All right, Aries through Pisces. All right, Ace of Cups at the bottom. I have Aries, Page of Pentacles. So Aries thinking about you. All right, hoping you guys can make some plans here. Figure out how you can make it move, make it go. Taurus, Three of Swords. Taurus is hurting. Taurus either feels, the separation between, they feel you guys pulling apart. They hurt, or they're hurting, or they hurt you. This is the time for healing between the two of you. So you may feel some distance here. Gemini, you have the Eight of Cups. All right, so somebody here may be doing their thing. It feels like somebody could be ignoring you or moving on, Gemini. This could be your Gemini. But it's doing a little soul searching so you can figure out which direction. You might be dealing, Gemini, with somebody who's running from you, another Gemini, blocking you, ignoring you. Cancer, Judgment card. So Cancer wanting to revisit this and feeling called to make amends with you. Leo, Nine of Cups. So there's a strong Leo in my Gemini's energy that seems to be your wish fulfillment this week. You're theirs. All right. Virgo, Nine of Swords. So Virgo hurting. Virgo feeling some regret. You may or may not hear from them right away, but it looks like it's really weighing on them. Something that was said. Losing sleep. Libra, holding back. It looks like a Libra here, still not sure where things are going, what to do. They may feel stuck in a situation. Scorpio, looks like Scorpio wants to be in a relationship with you. So we are seeing you and Scorpio potentially getting together. Sagittarius, you and Sag making things work. All right. You guys thinking about each other, calling each other in. Capricorn, stepping up, right? Capricorn feeling good around you, taking responsibility here, taking action or bettering themselves for you. Aquarius, Page of Swords. You've got messages coming in with an Aquarius wanting to talk. And we have Pisces, looks like another winner. We have the Star card. All right, so Pisces thinking about you and thinking about where this can go. All right, you guys both wanting it, and it's going to happen. Universal alignment. Hello, Michelle. All right, Cancer is next. And don't forget, I will be live today around 4:30 with the Super Chats if you guys are interested. Again, I've only been staying on for a little bit the last couple of days. So get on that list if you want to get a reading. Let's see, what am I doing? Cancer, 54. All right, Cancer. Cancer. All right, Cancer. All right, Cancer, you have an Aries energy at the bottom of the deck, and you have the Emperor and you have the Ten of Pentacles. So are you dealing with somebody who, you know, is going through a breakup or a divorce, or dealing with something with family, or you are breaking up with this person or had a breakup with this person? All right. You know, I mean, the Emperor card, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords just seems like, you know, something's weighing on this connection. What's going on? You know, the Page of Pentacles, it feels like you're not losing faith in this connection. Like you really know you want to make it work. And the Six of Pentacles and the Star card. This might just be a little storyline for somebody who needs to hear this. I mean, it's like you dream of the day this person gives you all their attention, right? And you give to this person, you love this person, you do anything for this person, but it does feel like there is some separation here or heartbreak, that something that's tearing you guys a little bit apart. You do have the Ten of Pentacles here showing up, which is, it feels like it's one of these, we're going to get through it at some point. You know, people's family stories and family dynamics and relationship problems, you know, can go on for a while. Sometimes they're not healed overnight, but the Three of Swords is telling me that there may have been a break so that we can solve something now so it doesn't bite us in the ass later, right? So you have Aries energy, and you definitely have a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and Aquarius here that's showing up. So let's see your person. What are they showing you? The Six of Cups. So your person has got love for you too. All right. You know, it's almost like I want things, I imagine things to be a certain way. You're the one that really has this person's heart. You know, you've gotten this person through many times or difficult times, and you get this person to open up, right? So it could be that too as well. But you're somebody that gets this person to open up is what I got. This person definitely gives you a vibe. This is what they show you, is that they care about you. And you know it. You've got to be able to feel it. To me, it's a soulmate mutual connection. So, you know, I mean, there is delusion, but to me, this seems pretty balanced. And when you get a Six of Cups, this isn't delusion. Seven of Cups can be delusion. All right, so this person feeling the love for you. What are they not showing you? The Tower card. This is another, guys, we're getting the Tower card today in my readings. Different decks too. There's a reroute. The universe is trying to redirect this relationship. That's all I'm seeing. Your person, it feels like, I don't know what the hell's going on. I didn't see this coming either. So your person trying to hide this turmoil that they're going through, right? And this kind of chaotic energy, you know, it's like, it feels like your person just wants to run away from their problems. Things aren't as stable as you think they are. So they may be in denial. But what I'm seeing here is the universe is redirecting your person. So something is happening in your person's life that is breaking them down. So they, you know, when things like this happen, you have a tower moment. When you're on your knees is when you grasp the things you need the most. Right? It's the real. Things become real. Things becoming real with your person here. You have Aries again. You have Scorpio energy as well too. So how do they view you and what triggers them, right? The Eight of Pentacles. They know how loyal you are to them and it triggers them. They're the ones that are unstable. They're the ones that create some sort of imbalance in this relationship. They're the ones that hurt you. And they're the ones that have to deal with it, and they're having a hard time dealing with it. They're the ones that run, or they're the ones that create the drama. They're the ones that bring the instability. And you're a soulmate, and so they know it and they take it for granted. Because what triggers them is that you're so loyal to them, and yet they come back around, and you're always there. You're always there, just wishing, just hoping, not pathetically, but you're in your field. You're definitely not letting go of this one. What scares them about this connection? You know, the Magician card. I don't know if this person can deal with themselves. They're the ones that are unstable Cancer, and they're the ones that keep screwing up and not making it work. And because you are so, there's a llama on here too, because you are so caring, so loving and nurturing and loyal to this person, you reflect back to them how unstable and how chaotic they are. And they know they're the ones that screw shit up. You have Gemini, Virgo energy here too. They're the missing piece. They're the missing piece. And it's not that you can't make it work. They know you can. They know they lie. They lie to themselves. They're just, we'll have to dig a little bit deeper. What do they wish for, hope for? Your person deals with some internal baggage, struggles, conflict. They're competitive with themselves. They're not happy with themselves. They can't seem to feel accomplished, feel successful. They can't stay focused enough to make something happen for themselves. And so they feel like they let people down, and they let you down. They don't stick to something long enough to make it work, and they cause a lot of drama. They have a lack of focus and a lack of ambition, or they are ambitious, but they can't stay focused on one thing. And so your person is dealing with a lot of inner conflict, and it's about their self-worth, their own ego, their accomplishments, and being successful. And they are triggered by you, Cancer, because you're the Eight of Pentacles, which means that you've already mastered your skill. You're either good and comfortable with what you do for a living, you're very responsible, you're very wealthy, or you're on your road to being it, or whatever you do in life, you are comfortable with what you do, you're comfortable in your own skin, and your person is not. And you reflect back to them their failures. They're jealous of you in some weird way. And so they run from you so they don't have to face their shadows. So a little deep there for my Cancers, but that's what's coming through. This person wishes they can get over this inner struggle they're having. They don't want to be this way. They don't want this, but you can't fix them. And maybe they feel like you try to, and it hurts their pride. You know, you may offer your advice, and it just... So what's their next actions towards you? I have the Nine of Wands. They're still kind of sitting there. I don't think they want to give up on this. I think they're still giving you a hard time. I think they're still stressing you out, but I think they're getting worn out, and eventually they're going to throw the white flag in. Feels like your person is feeling a little defeated. You may be finally reaching that point where this person is finally going to face their truth. And the Tower card, like I said, is coming in for your person. So your divine is also working on your person's soul. Divine's not just saying, so everybody here has got a divine soul, right? You know, so it looks like that Tower card is coming in for your person. Something about to happen that's going to redirect your person because they're not happy, and they may be internally, what you don't know, fighting some struggle that they've been calling for help themselves. All right, why are you guys linked? I got the Three of Pentacles. You guys, this is, I'm picking up, I feel like a personal read for somebody, and this happens sometimes a lot. But your person's not going to give up on themselves. They're not going to give up on this connection. You guys are soulmates. The Six of Cups. You must have shared something really special together. And the Three of Pentacles shows that you guys will come together. You'll come around to this. Your person will get help. Your person will figure it out. Their life will start to work out for itself. You know, this is professional help, the Three of Pentacles sometimes, right? So whether it's for a job, whether it's mental health, addiction help, or, you know, financial help, whatever it is that your person's dealing with, they're reaching a break-in point where they know that they're going to have to reach out and get some help because they're not happy with the path that they're choosing. And this is why God has spoken, the Tower card, right? So I feel like this is a to be continued for you, Cancer. And you're bound to be back together or be together with this person because you're inspiring this person, even though right now you're triggering this person. All right. You're their mirror. You're reflecting back to them the sides of them that they don't want to see. But we have an Emperor card here, and it looks like you're helping somebody actually step up from the chaos. And this might be the final battle before the big victory. All right, Aries through Pisces. Let's see anything else Spirit has for you for each zodiac sign and their actual actions towards you this week. If there's any. Let's see. So that was the reading. Sometimes these cards will, some of you are connected to your person or talking to them, and it could be completely different, but we'll see what comes through. All right, you have the Five of Swords here. All right, so there is, you know, there is some mental stress happening here. Ah, what do I have to do? Why did I do that? Look at the Ten of Swords. We're seeing some regret here. Whether somebody has to end something or not, or whether they did and they wish they didn't. Aries, we have the Fool card. All right. So Aries is about to change things around. It looks like they want to start this again. They want to take this, you know, leap into the unknown. You know, so you and an Aries definitely could be trying to rebuild something together or get in together. Aries was really strong in your reading. So this could even be just, you know, who knows where things are going to go, but they may be entering back into your life this week. Taurus, the Tower card. So it looks like you and Taurus, or your Taurus, is dealing with some destruction in their life. Something's caving in. Something's changing. All right. So there's a redirection. Your Taurus might be going through it this week, a life change. We have Gemini, Ten of Wands, all right? So it looks the same thing with a Gemini. It's like things are getting heavy. Eventually, it looks like they just can't carry it anymore, the burden. And so they're letting go of something, finally giving in. I know. You know what? Hold on. The Tower is coming through a lot, and I can't shake that up. You see me shuffling, but I will do a clearing of the cards again just to see. But the Tower is the Tower. So collectively, we all might be being redirected this week. All right, so keep that in mind in my readings when I see synchronicities like that. It's not just each zodiac sign. It's collective. And let's see, Cancer. Cancer, look at this synchronicity. You got the Emperor again. All right. The Emperor is showing up twice in your reading. So what this is telling me is that it's not really you. It seems like you're stable. Seems like, you know, you've got your ducks in a row. And whatever's going on with your situation, you know, you just got to kind of hang in there and wait for somebody to carry through with their plans, right? You just got to do your thing, keep carrying through with yours. It looks like you and another Cancer could be building a relationship together. Leo, we have the Lovers card between you and a Leo. So, you know, makeup, breakups, triggers, conversation, other lovers, you name it, but they're still in your field and you could be talking to them this week. Virgo, King of Wands, right? So Virgo is stepping up. Virgo is like, you know that I want this. I want you. I can see a future here. Libra, same thing. Libra wanting to talk to you, definitely making something right or being honest with you. So communication coming in with your Libra, and they're speaking their heart, right? Scorpio wanting to make plans with you. So it looks like you and Scorpio taking each step by day. Things are still moving in the right direction. Sagittarius, same thing. Knight of Pentacles, Sag coming in to make an offer. A serious one too. Capricorn, Ace of Cups, or a new love happening with a Capricorn. Aquarius, you and Aquarius moving along. Things, they could be returning, but smoothing things out and actually, let's go. Let's get the hell out of here. And Pisces, the Temperance card. So it's a matter of time. You and Pisces will find your way together. All right. Thank you. All right. So I'm going to shuffle and clear real quick the cards before I go on to Leo. You're welcome for the Cancer reading. All right. So let's see. All right. I mean, not that, I mean, if we're all facing a tower card. There's a tower for a reason. I'm not getting heavy energy. It's just towers are towers, you know? And so, but let's see. I'm doing a double shuffle, I mean, triple before I get into Leo. All right. Exactly. All right. Leo. Let's see. 113. Let's do 114. Seem to be doing whole number. A lot of whole numbers today. 14. All right. All right, Leos. Hello, Elizabeth. Thank you. Thank you. I am going to dress up this year on Friday. I'm going to dress up. I love it because this year has felt like normal for me, back to normal. And Halloween's my favorite. So I got the little get up. All right, so we're looking at feelings, Spirit. Help me with feelings for Leo. Feelings for Leo. It'll be a surprise. All right, so you got the Knight of Cups, Leo. This baby girl's been wanting to come out all day. No matter what. You just saw me cleanse, shuffle, do the whole thing. All right, you got the King of Cups underneath that. So we are seeing a water sign and we're seeing love. So somebody definitely in love with you. There could be an invitation coming your way this week. Somebody feels happy as shit with you or when they talk to you. So I got a really nice vibe coming in for my Leos. So hopefully, even if you're going through something, the vibe is shifting for you. So let's see. Let's see your person. What do they show you? The Knight of Swords. They talk a good game. All right. It looks like they make some impulsive decisions and they confuse you. All right. But this is somebody that, looks as though wants things to turn itself around, wants to go somewhere, sees a purpose in this relationship. Things may, you got to pay attention to this one. Sometimes what they're saying and what they're feeling just don't always, vibe. You know what I mean? The way this person makes you feel is more important. All right. Now, this person can be a fast energy and can be kind of superficial at times or very lighthearted, and fun and sometimes they confuse you. All right. Let's see what they're hiding from you. I got the Five of Swords. Look at this. So this person is, what is going on here? All right. It looks like this person will say anything to protect their feelings. They will say anything to be right. They make impulsive decisions, and sometimes they say things that hurt or say things that aren't their truth. And it definitely causes conflict with you. Let's see why. What do they see with you? The Emperor card. This person intimidated by you. They may feel like you are in charge, kind of, a leader, controlling, head of the household. And if that's your position, that's your position. You're dealing with a knight here, and yeah, they're definitely into you. They're definitely, but they're a smart ass. This person's a smart ass. And I don't think they realize the damage that they might say or the wounds or the cuts it might make, when they say things. They might think they're just being sarcastic or funny, or they may be feeling like, they make these quick decisions and they don't realize, their inconsistencies could really affect you. But I can see that you keep your cool, you keep your control, you're very controlled. And you're right, you're on top of your game. This could really trigger this person because you may call them out. And this person's not used to being called out as much as you are. But you know what? Speak your truth. Don't be superficial with me. I mean, a lot of people do this. They don't speak their truth. And this is, we're in Scorpio season too. So if people are not speaking their truth and they're just people pleasing or saying things to be nice or, whatever, people are going to feel that and be called out quickly. And this is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like you need order, you need responsibility, you need maturity, right? And you're dealing with somebody who's a little bit immature and may say this, it's almost like I fucked up, but I won't admit it, but I'm going to say shit or I'm going to call you out or back and forth or, it's like, grow up. You got feelings for me. There is love here, but just because somebody loves you and somebody has feelings for you doesn't mean they're mature. You would think it all goes hand in hand, but, you're the emperor. So what scares them the most about a relationship with you? What fears, and I have the Three of Swords, you hurting them. This person's afraid you're not going to be happy with them. I don't know if you have a third party. I don't know if you're leaving somebody or you've promised to leave somebody. Or, this person just feels like you could get better than them. I mean, you got a Knight of Swords, a Five of Swords, your person, and you got you, the Emperor, and the Three of Swords. You're like, that. I feel like you're like, I've been there, done it. I'm not getting hurt again. I'm in charge. So unfortunately, I do feel like, Leo, you've hardened your heart. You know, definitely hardened your heart. But you're not playing games anymore either. But this person is also, they quiver around you because if they give their heart to you, they may get hurt. Are you really in love with them? You know? Or if they can't give you what you need, you're going to move on as soon as somebody better comes along. And you might be saying, no, I wouldn't do that now. But your person is definitely in this reading feeling like that's not true. I think you would. All right, so what do they really want to happen, though? What do they long for? I've got the 9 of Pentacles, so they do want to invest in this connection, and they do want to show you their best side. And it does feel like they do want to mature or grow up or better themselves to be in a connection with you. I think this person somewhere deep inside just feels like they couldn't withhold those standards for very long. Like they definitely have to work hard to meet your standards. All right. So I am seeing this week, though, their next actions, the 8 of Cups, you're dealing with the runner. You're definitely dealing with somebody who's very inconsistent with you, Leo. The Knight of Swords and the 5 of Swords, they say shit to piss you off. They're smart asses. They make quick decisions. They're very impulsive. They're very inconsistent. They may even cause drama with texting so that they can cause a fight, so they can have a reason to ghost you or leave. And unfortunately, it all comes down to, I don't think this person can meet your standards. All right. And you have somebody that may be pulling a run-in thing again this week, and they will be back around. Why? Because they do have feelings for you, and they run deep. This is going to come down to your decision. You have free will of your own values. How much of this do you want to deal with? I don't know how long it's going to take this person to heal, right? The 8 of Cups does tell me that this person knows they need to work on themselves because they're blocking themselves from a good life. You're showing up as the Emperor, and it's 222. All right. So I have Aries, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, and look at the jealousy. Your person very much has a lot of issues. They got anger, jealousy, you know, and the more they fall in love with you, if they think you're talking to somebody else or if you're with somebody else, yeah, it does. It sounds nice and toxic. But, you know, the good news is the devil didn't come out, so it's not my toxic and some other people's toxic might not be the same thing, right? But the reality is, tell me half the people that come to Tower right now aren't dealing with situations like those situations. Let's see, Aries through Pisces. I want everybody to fall in love and have rainbows and unicorns. I'm a Sag North Node, and I'm definitely everybody's cheerleader. I definitely am very idealistic. All right. All right, let's see Aries through Pisces. All right, so Aries was coming through very strong. Aries coming through very strong in your reading. And let's see. Yeah. Nah. I'm going to be honest with you. Try not to assume what you think people are doing. The assuming what people do is one of the biggest things that gets us all in trouble. From my perspective, the thousands of people that I've worked with and see on here, you'd be surprised at what you're assuming to be true is not true. Assumptions, I wish, and I would definitely hope for the best for everybody. And also, you got to also be very careful because somebody doesn't think that that's toxic, and it could make them feel really bad if they thought it was. So we've got to be careful with what we think is toxic and what somebody else, you know, what they're going through. So there's just so much to it. I just wish the best. All right, Leo, the strength card. You are strong. Look at this. You are very strong and intimidating. You have a lot of power and influence over somebody. That's what I see in this reading. You have a lot of power and influence. And the other thing too that I feel with people is that ego can get involved in somebody, you know, is trying to date somebody that, you know, is not ready, and then ego gets involved, and then they want it to happen or want to fix somebody else, right? So that becomes an ego thing too, that we want to heal or fix another person, and that's not our job either. And look, there's the devil card here underneath, so we are seeing some ego. And also you've got the Page of Wands. So if some of you are dealing with somebody who's more of a sexual connection and you're trying to domesticate them, that could be a problem too. All right, Aries. Looks like Aries really wanting to step up. Aries wanting to step up and make it work with you. The King of Pentacles. They see a long-term connection with you. Taurus might not be being honest with you, so they're definitely sneaking around, you know, maybe watching what you're doing. There could be some deception there, so pay attention to the red flags here with the Taurus. Gemini, the Temperance card. All right, so you and Gemini seem to be on the same page, or there's a reason here for this connection. So if you're taking a pit stop, you know, everybody's got their moments, they got to fill up their gas, you know, and refresh themselves. But you guys will find your way back together. Cancer, the Empress card. You guys have unconditional love and something manifesting, growing between you and a Cancer. Leo, Seven of Wands, all right? So we are seeing there's some challenges ahead of you. All right, and challenges with another Leo, but you know, and this can be a defensive energy, somebody who's on guard around you, right? But I feel like with whoever you're dealing with, there is work to be done. It's a challenging situation, but it looks like one that you guys could actually battle through and make it happen. That's another Leo. Virgo, sunshine, all right? So romance coming in with you in Virgo, some healing or some blessings. And we have Libra, the Hanged Man. So it looks like things are still kind of stuck between you and a Libra. Scorpio, Page of Cups, got love for you. You may receive a message, and I miss you, I love you, I'm crushing on you, whatever it is with a Scorpio. Sagittarius, the Emperor card. So Sag feeling this vibe with you, like they want to build something real, build something solid. Capricorn, the Three of Wands. Both of you guys are serious about a future together. Aquarius, wanting to see where things go with you. They don't really know what's going to happen, but let's see. And Pisces, the Five of Swords. So Pisces could be the one that's kind of playing games with you, very conflicted. There could be some, you know, some drama between the two of you. But I feel like Pisces loves you. It's just that they've got some growing to do. All right. Virgo. Michelle. You know what's funny though is when people do that, it's like the message you just got was your message, and now you're going to get a reading, and it's going to be something totally different. So hold on to today's reading and come back to it and see if it continues. That's funny. All right. Virgo, 130. Let's see. But I won't remember. That's the thing is I was trying to say is I don't remember after these live streams. I don't remember what I even said. Virgo time. Hello, Vincent. All right. Virgo. Virgo, this month's going to be good. This month's going to be good for you. Virgo, we're talking about feelings here. And guys, we are working our way towards a full moon next week. But the process of it is things starting to lighten up and come to light. And, you know, this week, there could, you know, you could have a conversation with somebody that surprises you, absolutely surprises you. Be open to it. All right. I mean, across the board, I feel like, you know, this coming month in November is really going to be good for you. And I got the Temperance card. All right. So your things coming into balance for you, Sagittarius energy. I've got the 5 of Cups underneath that. I know it feels like it's never going to happen, or, you know, it feels like, you know, sadness. Is it ever going to end? And, you know, or discouragement. Are you feeling discouraged about something? You know, maybe your person, the underlying energy is, it can be both of you. It's the influence here, and it can be separation, you know, and feeling like I disappointed you, I disappointed myself, you know. But what it looks like is your person or you during this time really need to find yourselves again. You guys both may have gotten lost in a relationship, and lost a bit of yourself, you know. You get caught up in trying to fix a relationship so much that you start acting inauthentic. You get caught up in these relationships, people, you know, you're trying to prove something to somebody, or they're trying to prove to you, or you're trying to make something work so much, you forget about how it used to just work without having to try, you know. And eventually it really weighs on everybody involved. And so this pit stop, it looks like it's starting to begin where you and another person might be finding yourself helping each other heal. Sag energy. So what are they showing you on the outside? All right, the Ace of Swords. So I did say you may get some sort of communication, a real conversation with somebody this week that just feels like maybe you didn't see it coming. All right. It's like, I need to be honest with you. I need to tell you how I feel. I need to tell you that I'm interested in you, or I think about you, and I want to see where this goes. All right, so this is bringing in a new cycle. All right, so this can also bring in, for some of you right out the gate, this is what they're showing you their truth. So I want you to know that this first card shows you what they show you on the outside. So see, guys, pay attention to what people are doing. They show you their truth. You know, who cares what people say to you as a Scorpio? It's how you treat me and how you make me feel. That's the bottom line. Pay attention to the energy exchange. When I get in an argument with somebody, right, and I'm saying this because this feels like something you need to hear. When I get into an argument with somebody, half the time I can't fight an argument with you because I don't listen to the words you're saying to me. I don't listen to people screaming at me. I don't listen to people trying to gaslight me. I've been gaslighted too much, right? And a lot of you have too. That the energy exchange between you and another person is fueling what's really going on beneath the surface. And so you're getting the truth. Read between the lines. Stop trying to figure out the other side of things. People are going to show you their truth, and your person this week is going to show you their truth. Now, for some of you, I am picking up on a beautiful energy of the truth seems to be, you know, I really feel like I've disappointed you. and disappointed myself. You know, I wasn't being authentic. So what are they hiding? What's going on? All right. And I've got the 7 of Cups. You've got somebody who's still trying to figure out where things can go with you. They still fantasize about what a future could look like with you. All right. They question all their choices. Your person definitely is feeling the disappointment of their past actions, you know, confused, starting to question whether they should have made that move, whether they should have said what they said. Made, you know, did they keep you as an option? Did they want to, you know, date other people? You know, whatever choices this person made, they're starting to see clearly which ones were the right ones and which ones were the wrong ones. Because no matter, you can fight an argument and become and win an argument. You can win an argument all day, but you cannot run from your feelings. You cannot run from the truth, right? I don't know, am I channeling like, what's his name, who always plays Morgan Freeman or something? Or I was like, where is all this shit coming from? Anyways, the truth coming in. All right, so why are they triggered by you? You're the Queen of Pentacles. You don't deserve this. All right. And look at this person sees your value, Queen of Pentacles. Somebody definitely sees you like nobody's better than this. They're lucky they even have, if you even give them a chance, if this is another chance with this person. Or I'm also getting, for some of you Virgos, somebody's looking at you like, I never thought I would get a chance with somebody like you. Especially if they're coming from another situation where they really were let down. You might be meeting somebody this week who is going through some grieving process and they were let down, and then you come into their life and they're like, damn, you know, maybe you are that golden ticket. Maybe you are that fantasy of somebody. They didn't believe that their life was going to change until you walked into it. You know, you guys want that love story. This could be one of those. But I am seeing here what triggers them is you're the Queen of Pentacles. You're very responsible. You take care of business. You got it going on. You may be in a higher position, make more money, or you have more goals, more ambition than this person had or has. Or you just seem to be more organized with life and more goal-oriented and practical, right? But you're a queen. And this person may fear that they disappointed you or will disappoint you, or they can't, again, meet your requirements. I mean, I say that because a lot of people out there have some really high standards, and there's nothing wrong with that. But a lot of people, I mean, the reality is a lot of people may feel like some people's standards are way too high, especially for the circumstances that they're in. But I am getting here with you being the Queen of Pentacles. I mean, you've worked for your standard. These are yours. This is, you know, it is what it is. All right. So what do they fear? You know, and I see the Knight of Pentacles, right? So they do have a little bit of a fear of and caution of being judged and being able to give you what you need, and also being able to, for some of you, can I even make this work? Can I fix this if I've disappointed you? Are we able to make amends for this situation? Very strong earth energy. They may feel like you judge them. Maybe you don't realize this. This energy right here with you, the Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, you can overanalyze everything and be very critical and worry about everything. And the more you worry about everything, the more that tells another person you don't trust them. So, you know, it took me a minute to really hear that because I'm a Virgo rising. The more I worry and doubt a situation, the more you ask your person where things are going, or the more you show any kind of fear or doubt or worry, your person is like, damn, this person just really doesn't trust me, doesn't even have any faith in me whatsoever. And it kills the vibe. And this person may be feeling that. They may be feeling like, I'm not good enough for Virgo because they're always questioning everything I do. They question everything. right? Or overanalyze, or very cautious. You're nervous around them. So this triggers them, all right? And it may not be your story, so don't make it fit if it's not. What do they long for? I see the Hierophant. So this person, like I said, they still see potential of a future. They haven't let go of the thought, or they see potential for a commitment with you. They want to make it work. You're definitely somebody that they feel they would be very proud to walk alongside, right? Long term, commitment, higher level of commitment with the Hierophant. Next actions this week, if any, you got Taurus energy here too as well. I have the Knight of Cups. So you may get that confession this week. I started off the reading with it, and that's it. It may surprise you. This person may be clear about some of the things, and it may be hard for you to hear for some of you. Some of you might be like, I didn't realize I made you feel that way. And this person really wanting to be vulnerable with you. Somebody could be a new person falling in love with you, but you may get a surprise announcement, news, communication, a text, somebody saying, what are you up to? I would like to talk to you. All right. Let's see Aries through Pisces. It is, isn't it? Interesting that she's on a turtle. And, this is where what I see with this is how I interpret that. I feel like watery energy, especially the Knight of Cups, we wear our heart on our sleeves. So it's love at first sight. We fall in love instantly, and we let our emotions lead the way. The turtle is here to say, slow down and ground yourself. All right. I just feel like it's really, and it is kind of neat. It's like a turtle knows they're going to get there, where they got to go. All right. And so just enjoy the ride. Or she's on her way to Turtle Island. That's it. All right. Aries through Pisces for Virgo. If you want it to last a long time, slow and steady. Yeah, Virgos definitely have a way of calling you out. King of Swords, as I said that. A Virgo, detach and say, my son's a Virgo. We were just talking about that yesterday. When he's done, he's done. He can be cold. He can detach. Honesty, though. Look at this honesty coming in. Right? You got the Justice card and the King of Swords. So it looks like, Virgo, you're getting some sort of justice this week, in the sense of feeling like you're feeling complete. Somebody's going to expose their truth. Somebody's going to step up and be honest with you. Now, for some of you, it might not be what, it might not be what you want, but don't you want the truth? Aries, the Lover's card. So it looks like Aries falling in love with you. You could be beginning a love affair with an Aries. Taurus, 8 of Wands, things moving, all right, not so stagnant anymore with the Taurus. Looks like lots of passion there, things getting exciting between the two of you. Gemini, you got a deep conversation coming in with a Gemini. We're on the same page, or getting back on the same page. Cancer, a celebration with the Cancer, hanging out, a date. Leo, the Temperance card. So it could be your Leo that you're finding your way, back together, hanging out, connecting, letting things unfold organically. Virgo, you have the 7 of Cups. Look at the synchronicity. So somebody here can't stop thinking about the choices that they made, asking all kinds of questions about where this can go. All right, you have options first and foremost. I will say this, the universe is opening up doorways. So if you feel lost or stuck, this card is a good card to get. And the universe is saying, just open your eyes, look around. There are so many people around you, but you know, you may be judging every single person that comes your way. And I am seeing here you and another Virgo still see a future together. Libra, the Nine of Pentacles, all about you. Libra wants to invest in this connection. Scorpio feeling torn, right? Scorpio's heart's in it, right? I got to make a decision. I got to hurry up, make a decision, right? And we have, it's really weighing on them. Sagittarius, we have Eight of Pentacles. Sag wanting to work things out with you. They want a commitment possibly with some of you. Capricorn, Page of Wands. Let's go have some fun. Let's flirt. Let's have a good time. Aquarius, stepping up. All right, we got a King of Cups here, opening up emotionally. And Pisces, we see growth with you in a Pisces. Something beautiful manifesting here in a relationship with you guys. All right. All right, we need to call in some fun guides here. We don't need to be so, you know, I don't know. That's today's energy. Today's energy. Monday. That's Capricorn moon. Yeah, and that makes sense. Totally makes sense. Right? We got to work a little harder to have fun. All right. Yes, time for some fun. The best time to go on a date nap is in January. Why is that? Is that true? Is there anybody in the chat room that can answer that? That's when everybody is going to do the fresh start, go to the gym. You don't want to date in January. Nobody's going to stay committed. That's what I just heard. But we don't stick to our commitments. We go on this, we make a list of 1 million to-dos, and I want this, and I'm going to be this, and I'm going to sign up for this. And so you're going to get a bunch of people that are gung-ho for about 4 weeks, and then they give up on all their commitments. And discounts. If you want a discount on a relationship, yes, and all right. I don't know. I would say wherever your fifth house is, whatever fifth month, fifth week, fifth moon, I don't know, it might be a good time to go have fun, go try something new. All right, Libra, let's go. 148. Get a discount. A discounted, hey, you're going to get what you paid for. I'm just laughing. I'm just picking on you. All right. Let's bring in some fun. Come on. We got the Aquarius moon today. I think y'all should just talk to each other in here. There's so many people in here that are looking for true love. Everybody's a bit crazy, you know? Perfect. It's a perfect place to find some love. Capricorn. All right. So you got the Four of Wands overall energy. So we're seeing your home, seeing, your foundation, roots, family. And I'm seeing Nine of Swords. So something from your past creeping up on you or weighing on you. You know, some regrets about somebody's having regrets. I have a King of Swords here and a 5 of Wands. So there's some difficult decisions somebody made, and it feels like you got somebody that's really holding back. Right, really holding back. Not letting go of some conflict that you had in the past. But they're putting on a good face. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. And that could be you. I'm looking at the energy underneath the deck, so this can be a mirroring of both of you, all right? But the 9 of Swords tells me that somebody still, is up at night losing sleep and putting on a good show about being happy and really, the 4 of Wands is like, I really want happiness. I want to feel stability and I want to be together. I want to find that person. But you could be dealing with somebody that hides a lot of, I feel like the 9 of Swords behind the 4 of Wands is some, skeletons in the closet. All right. So what are they showing you? The 2 of Swords. Your person really does, though, confuse you. Or, there's just an energy of uncertainty with your person, Libra. You got the 2 of Swords. It's like, we say one thing, we both disagree. There's a disagreement. We can't seem to get on the same page. Your person feels very torn about what to do. That's what I'm getting so far. What do they feel deeply? The King of Wands. This person very attracted to you. They see a future with you. Very drawn to you. This person has a lot of love for you. Really had confidence in seeing this go somewhere. And I'm seeing a very passionate person around you, very confident person, very loving, very fun, exciting. So this is somebody that I don't think can handle confusion too well. Like, they're not going to hide it. And so if they're feeling torn and, you guys are in some sort of disagreement, I don't feel like this person is going to either be able to hide it much longer or hide it at all. Because it does seem like there is some intensity building up. How do they view you, and what triggers them about you? Ace of Cups. They see love with you. They have love with you. This relationship is definitely forming around love. This is somebody that really felt a vibe with you. I'm going to have to pull a couple cards here. There's just a lot unspoken between the two of you. And I feel it's a shame because it's somebody trying to hide, or tuck or hold back, and they really might even be holding them back from their own happiness. What's their fear with this connection? The 3 of Swords. You guys are gonna lose each other. This is gonna end. Separation. 3 of Swords. This is gonna hurt. Your person is afraid to get hurt. They feel it. And they had so much confidence and so much in this relationship. Like, they saw it going somewhere. Like an Aries, Leo, Sag. This is somebody that, look, they have a lot of pride. This person isn't going to show it, I guess. Now, what am I trying to say here? Because on the same aspect, it feels like this person is upset about something, but at the same time, they've got a lot of pride. They have a lot of pride. And maybe they're having a hard time accepting the fact that this could end, or this has ended between the two of you. Masculine might be the word I'm looking for. You know, it's obvious this person is in some sort of distress, and they feel like it's ending or it could end in heartbreak, disappointment. Maybe they feel like they're disappointing you. What do they really want from this relationship? 4 of Swords. You got the 2, 3, and 4 of Swords. They want to feel a sense of peace. You got the 4s. Your person's wanting more stability, more calmness. They're feeling overwhelmed right now with their feelings for you, with the intensity. And here's what I got. Your person is more upset than you know, than they're showing, but I'm sure that you might be picking up on something with your person, but they've got a lot of pride. But this person is feeling hurt and overwhelmed and really does want to bring a reset or some sense of peace to this connection. But behind the scenes, it even feels like, you know, there's a lot of regret, or there's hidden pain, suffering in silence, putting on a big show, you know. What's their next actions toward you? I have the Justice card. So it does look like this person will speak their truth to you, wants to see some sort of commitment or balance in this relationship. It feels like whatever's happening, if you guys are in some sort of disagreement, uncertainty, or torn between relationships, all right, your person can't handle it anymore. It looks as though I got to bring some stability. Your person needs stability in their life. And they also have feelings for you, and there's love growing. So the Ace of Cups, this could be something fairly new. Could be something fairly new. And they feel like either you're walking away, Libra, but there is something about the truth being told this week. All right. And some of you may choose to end something. Some of you may choose to finally bring some sort of peace or justice to a situation. Because Libra, this is your energy, and I feel like the ball's in your court. Right? And I got the 7 of Wands. I'm clarifying the 3 of Swords. It feels like there's a lot of defensive energy between you and this person, or somebody's really, they got their walls up. You know, it's like very protective energy. Constantly, it looks like somebody really wants to defend themselves this week. All right, that's what I got. It just feels disheartening because it feels like your person really is very passionate about you. Anything I'm missing? 10 of Cups. Somebody really sees a future with you. So I will look at Aries through Pisces, and what's triggering them about you is the only thing I can get, Libra, is the Ace of Cups and the 3 of Swords. It's like, you know, is there another person? Is there love involved? I mean, did somebody break your heart? You know, there's some sort of, let's get this off the ground, but it feels as though with the 2 and the 3 and the 4, like something's having a hard time getting off the ground. You know, is it because somebody is hiding some sort of fear or regret or skeleton in their closet? I don't know. Let's see Aries through Pisces, and let's dive in a little bit more. Meat in my hair. All right. You know, I'm trying to figure out where these messages are coming from, and I'm wondering if it's because we're going through the phase of pre-shadow, Mercury retrograde. And oftentimes during this time period, past fears, shit, relationship stuff shows up. Starts to bleed, or people start to want their past relationships to come in, and so forth. All right, you got the Lover's card. All right, so there's this love is around this relationship, but whether or not we're triggering each other, or we can reconcile something, or we can move forward, that's the question. The Two of Cups underneath that, we got to find some sort of mutual understanding, compromise. You have Aries, the Judgment card, right? So you could be given something a second chance with an Aries. Taurus, there's your Four of Swords. So it feels like some, a little bit of space between you and a Taurus is getting you guys to really think about, where things are going. Things may be ending for some of you, and some of you, you may really, I don't know, there's this part of me that's like, something didn't get off the ground, and we're not ready to give up on it either. So if you're finding yourself taking space from your Taurus, this is time for a reset. It doesn't mean it's over. Gemini, we have a Seven of Wands. You got Gemini coming in to defend their position. We're going to make this work, or, something's got to give. Cancer, same thing, 10 of Wands. So something's weighing on your Cancer. You may get the truth this week as well. They may feel like there's a lot of pressure, or things are heavy between the two of you. Leo could be walking away, but you may have already felt that. It looks like they need time, or they just feel like it's time to do their own thing. Virgo, we have the Ace of Wands. So Virgo, very passionate about you. It looks like things could be finally reigniting, or things getting exciting between you and a Virgo. Libra, looks like Libra's grounding in. Libra, this is your future at stake here. So it looks like, you have a very grounded energy. You really want to make plans. You want to make the right decisions. It looks like seeing the future with somebody. You're Libra. And it could be actually an earth sign that's around you, because the King of Pentacles. But I feel like you and another Libra are really getting serious, talking about future plans. Scorpio, you and Scorpio seem to be calling each other in. You both are still thinking about each other. Sagittarius, giving this a go. All right, who knows what happens? Let's just give it another shot. Capricorn, watch what they're saying. They could be sneaking around, or, trying to figure things out. Watch for the red flags. Aquarius, we have Three of Pentacles, wants to make things work with you, wants to get together. Pisces, we have communication coming in with a Pisces. It looks like getting the truth, figuring out where things are going. All right. I hope that made sense to you guys. That's what I got. All right. Scorpios. Scorpio's liking me lately. I don't know why. My own Scorpio team seemed like for a while there I couldn't connect with you, and then now all of a sudden it seems like my Scorpios are like, no, I think I like you. Scorpio 204. All right. Happy birthday, Zenergy. Happy birthday to all the Scorpios out there. I have a minute for mine. This month. All right, the 14th. Happy birthday. Scorpio. All right, Scorpio. Let's see their feelings. All right, don't forget, I only got, I think, 3 Scorpio candles left. Get one for you. Get your Scorpio candle for their birthday. All right, let's see. If you want to. Scorpio. All right, it's your birthday, so you get a little bit of special treatment. You have the death card showing up. Look at this. We all should be the death card. We all should be death for one of these days. I should be, or Archangel Azrael, or the Grim Reaper. 3 of Swords. You're over it. You're definitely over something. So it is your birthday, so I'm going to give you, I always give, the birthday babies a little bit of a deeper kind of a reading, whatever comes through. But you can't get more scorpionic than that. And this card looks like you're happy about it. You're happy about it. You're either finding some sort of resolution. You've gone through something, 3 of Swords, some disappointment in the past, but that moment when you finally get over something and it, oh, it's such a beautiful, let's all go out and party right now because I love that moment. When something just doesn't bother you anymore and you realize that, something really did take you by the, by the balls and took you and, ran you through everything, the fire quite a few times, or someone really hurt you quite a few times and you just couldn't get your bearings and you couldn't figure out why. Well, good news is this is your solar return. So that shit's over. And I'm manifesting that strongly and sending out good vibes to you guys. If you are still trying to get to this point, may it happen by your birthday. It's a beautiful feeling. You'll never be the same. And when you get to this point, somebody else is going to realize what they took for granted, and they're never going to get you back because you'll never be the same. So it works both ways. I am manifesting this for you guys. All right. So Scorpio energy, your power is here. Let's see your person. This could actually even be a brand new person in your life. With the death card showing up can mean that you've outgrown a version, a spiritual connection. You've outgrown a relationship, or you and a partner have seriously moved on and grown from something that's happened in a relationship. So your person, look at this, the 6 of Wands. Already we're seeing a victory. I want your attention. I'm really feeling good. I recognize you. Your person, there's an energy around you, fire energy, who sees your value. So somebody may actually, Scorpio, see how much you've changed, right? So, and maybe you're doing good. This is always stepping out, looking good, and whenever you finally let go of any baggage, people always like, did you go get a makeover? And you're like, no, I just let go of some bullshit. And then it seems like you got a huge makeover. And so somebody may be thinking, oh, you look real good. You look successful. What's going on in your life? Look at Scorpio's got it going on. And Scorpio's like, I haven't changed a damn thing. I just let go of your ugly ass energy. All right. So I hope I don't lose you here. All right. Let's see. Hope I don't trigger people. Let's see. We have, what are they hiding from you? The 7 of Wands. All right. So let's see what triggers them about you. How do they view you? The Emperor card. Look at this. You are boss. So somebody's walking around. Somebody sees you as intense. All right. Somebody definitely sees your value, sees you as intense, and you definitely trigger somebody. Because I forget who else got this. Was this Leo that got this too? So some of you could be Scorpio with Leo placements, but you have, when you're this and you've kind of hardened your heart, all right? So that is true. You got to be careful not to harden too much, right? So you might be dealing with somebody who really is into you. Somebody really finds you super attractive, but may find you as a little intense and hard to break through. And this could be because you're not, I mean, you're just in charge, you're intense. And it is your season. So for you to get 6, 7 and the Emperor card, 6, 7 of Wands and the Emperor, this means that you are like fire to somebody. You are definitely on fire and your person doesn't want to get burned. All right. You trigger them because you're bossy, because you're hard, because you're a leader, because you're confident. And there's nothing wrong with this. This is a great energy, all right? I love this energy with all of us, you know. But your person may not need this much. They may look at it as too much pressure. But you're so used to battling the world. You're so used to, you know, dealing with maybe some hard times or people that really drain your energy, that you might have a good one around you. All right. You might have a good one. This person might actually just be a little bit intimidated by your intensity. I have Aries energy. I can't see an Aries being intimidated by your energy though. Aries would be like, come on, you know, bring it. Right. But no, that's what I'm getting here so far. So what do they want or fear with this, with you? You know, the Knight of Wands is short-lived, right? So your person may feel this strong chemistry with you, very passionate, strong sexual energy with you. Right? You have an Aries, Leo, Sag, very fiery energy. Right? There is ego showing up here on the table. So there could be some, you know, somebody might think you have an ego. Hey, that's not, throw that on a Scorpio's list of names that people say and things they call us, right? But it does seem that there could be a little bit of ego. You know, the Knight of Wands is somebody who's very ambitious. You know, you're working on your gains, you're working on yourself, you're working on your business, whatever it is, right? You know what you want for your future, and somebody may see you as somebody that, you know, is just very, very intense. But is it just passion? Is it just chemistry? Or are you somebody that this person can handle long term? All right. You know, so you could be very obsessed with somebody or wanting to be with somebody, Scorpio. And it's not that they're not wanting you or wanting, but can they keep up with you? What do they want from this relationship? The Nine of Swords. Okay. Let's see their next actions towards you. The King of Cups. So you're leading the way. This person's in love with you. All right, so where's the juice? Because this sounds all good and dandy. Seems like it seems like you're in control of a situation. It seems like you've got somebody walking on eggshells. It seems like somebody feels a little bit on guard and defensive, afraid to say the wrong thing to you. All right, sounds like a very Scorpio thing. All right. So what I'm feeling is it may be okay for you to let down your guards a little bit. All right. It may be okay for this person that I'm picking up on. Now, if you're still finishing something with somebody who is hurting you and you haven't quite gotten to this point yet, and this isn't a newer person or a newer situation with somebody, you know, that might not resonate with you. But this feels like somebody's in love with you. Somebody really, really wants your attention. All right. But they have to work extra hard and to keep your energy at bay. And they may also feel like they're not heard or boundaries are crossed at times. And I can feel this energy as, especially if you have a Mars Scorpio, you don't realize that you're bulldozing over somebody. You don't realize that your intensity is drowning somebody. All right. But there's no doubt that this person isn't drawn towards you with the King of Cups showing up. Maybe they want you to be more vulnerable. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, you might be dealing with the fire or water sign. Now, fire and water is very sensitive, very passionate. Because what I'm seeing is they just wish that they wouldn't be worried so much. There's a lot of anxiety around you. Nine of Swords. There's a lot of anxiety, maybe saying the wrong thing, maybe worried, maybe panicking, maybe feeling like this could be short-lived. You know, what if you're playing them? Are you playing them? Scorpio gets you get that, you and Gemini get that bad rap. All right. Whereas, oh, you know, very passionate, but do you already have, are you having relations with somebody else too? So anything else Spirit wants you to know? I see the Judgment card, Scorpio. This is more fire energy, but I also see this as your energy. I feel like there's an energy of somebody who really sees a second chance at life with you. Somebody wants to build a relationship with you. Somebody's having a hard time trusting you. They're worried that either they can't be heard, or they're very defensive around you, or you get defensive around them. So this reading is saying, you know, if somebody wants you to soften up, be a little bit more vulnerable, and not so defensive with them. So take what resonates, leave the rest behind. What I'm feeling is some of you have just hardened up a little bit because you just went through something very painful, and you don't want to, and you're not ready to take any bullshit, right? Let's see Aries through Pisces and see who's being authentic with you. All right, let's see who's being real or who's still playing, or who do you need to end it with, right? Maybe that's it. Is your Scorpio bipolar, or are you saying you are, or the reading is? Aries through Pisces. Who's being real with my Scorpios? Who is being real? And who do you know, guys, that is just like, you're either just bored, or you really have reached a moment where I'm done with something. All right, we got the Six of Pentacles. All right, let's see. Aries is thinking about you. All right, so it does feel like you and Aries are on the same page when it comes to the fire. You know, let's talk about things. The passion's real between the two of you. This could even be a new Aries coming into your life right now. Taurus, Three of Pentacles. Right, Taurus is like, we got this, we can make it work. You know, you guys have a lot in common, and it's steady, it's slow and steady. So you guys are opposite signs, and so it is going to take, we got to have some mutual understanding here to make it work. So a little bit of effort goes a long way. We have Gemini, Knight of Wands. All right, so Gemini, it's fun and flirty, but is it short-lived? Right, very passionate. There could be some ego that's getting in the way between you and a Gemini as well, but there's definitely passion. Cancer, we got the sun shining. You and Cancer here developing a good friendship, a good, you know, new romance. We're seeing love, unconditional love, and playfulness, right? And this could be a reconciliation. Leo, we have the Strength card as well. So you and Leo also, you have this very strong, unique bond with each other, very loyal to each other. And it looks like no matter what, you guys will muscle through it. Virgo, messages coming in with a Virgo. They really want to ask you some, you know, questions, get to know you. All right, so, or they're just wanting to talk to you. Libra, Five of Cups. So it looks like Libra is still kind of mulling over something that's happened between the two of you, feels bad. You guys may be draining each other, right? Or there's a little bit of, you know, disappointment here with the separation that's happened between the two of you. Scorpio, you have the Temperance card, so I'm seeing a lot of healing coming in. It's like you've been just doing your thing, making it work, and it looks like things are about to come into balance for you with another Scorpio. Sagittarius, falling in love with you. We got Page of Cups here. Capricorn is the Nine of Swords, so it looks like Capricorn losing sleep, all right? Very anxious over this connection, and maybe even feeling some regret about, you know, something that was or was not said. Aquarius, all about you, King of Cups, right? They want to see the vulnerable, chill side of Scorpio, not the fiery, defensive side of Scorpio. Pisces, Two of Swords. Pisces feeling like something's about to end or give in the relationship. All right. Happy birthday, Scorpio. Let's see, 220. All right, Sagittarius. All right, Sag. You're welcome, Energy. All right, Sagittarius. The King of Cups just came out too, so maybe you are dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This person, oh, Knight of Cups. So you got somebody who's in love with you, somebody whose heart is definitely drawn to you. All right, this was instant. How do they view you? The Six of Cups. All right. You know, so you're really feeling each other no matter what's going on in the dynamic. All right, this person feeling really pulled towards you. You got somebody's heart. What do they fear? Queen of Swords. So I don't know if you said something or the truth, you speak your truth. They need to make something right with you and they don't know if you trust them. You've gone cold on them, bitter, you know, they want that side of you to come out again. Maybe you just can't trust this person. I don't know, but what scares them is you're the Queen of Swords. So that can be something, your tongue, all right? Like your sharp tongue. You say things, you call them out. And I have a Queen of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck, so I don't know if you're an ex. And this person wants, you know, to come back to you. And they don't know if you have resentment or bitterness. If there was, because there are two queens showing up, and that can show me sometimes with one king. It doesn't matter your gender. Just think, you know, two or, you know, different people. That there's other people involved, and but you're right about something, and somebody knows you're, you know, they have to face you because you can see right through them. And you know exactly what to say to them, how to say it. You know something about this person's past. And maybe this person fears that you could, you know, call them out on something. There's a couple people showing up, and there's a love story here, but there seems to be love all around here. Somebody has to make a choice. Somebody's in love maybe with two people. And with you, it feels like you're making some declaration. And ultimatum, maybe, like, I want this to happen. And this person knows that you are the one. But they love, if there is a third party or there's another responsibility or somebody else in the picture, you know, it's like they're with somebody out of duty, responsibility, but also love. But their heart is, I mean, they're in love, and they feel like you're their one. What do they want? The Four of Cups. They want to get, they hate the position they're in. They feel so stuck. Their next move, the Nine of Swords, like, they don't even know what to do. Something's going to give, because your person here is so stuck and feels like they're shutting down. There's a lot of anxiety, depression here, as we're talking about that too. And somebody here just is so afraid of guilt stricken. They're trying to analyze everything. They're trying to make the right decision. There's so much regret, guilt, shame, and they're stuck. There's like paralysis analysis here. It's like, I wish I could just snap my fingers and everything will be the way it's supposed to be, right? You know, and I have the Ten of Swords. Now, this person has to make a serious decision about ending a situation. This is really hard. If this person ended something with you, Sagittarius, this is what's weighing on them big time right now. You may get a reconciliation here with the Six of Cups and the Queen of Swords. But, you know, this person knows that you may be bitter, mad, upset. You were right, or you're right about something. So somebody coming back in and they're like, you know, do you still love me? Can you love me? I really messed up. You were right. But, you know, on the flip side of that, if somebody's still in another situation, you know, they are really stuck. And it looks like the 9 and 10 of Swords, they are realizing that something has to end with somebody. And what I'm getting here is that they're in love with you. Anything else Spirit wants you to know? I have the Hierophant. All right. So we are seeing here, there is a commitment involved. There is a spiritual lesson here involved. And there's also, you know, leveling up in a relationship as well. So you may find out this week whether or not you and another person are going to reconcile. You have somebody here that may have made a really bad move, leaving a situation and realizing that their heart was with you. All right. Jeez. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Let's see Aries through Pisces, though. Aries through Pisces. Let's dive in a little bit more, see if I can get more clarity. All right, what to expect? You get the Fool card. So somebody breaking out of some, you know, a situation to start a new situation. Aries, 9 of Swords for your Aries. So they're about ready to crack, right? They're losing it, all right? So they could be asking for forgiveness. Taurus, communication coming in here, wanting to get together. You guys are on the same frequency. Gemini wants to get together with you. 4 of Wands, you guys could be hanging out, reunited, commitment. Cancer looks like reaching out finally to see where things, let's get together again. And that can be my second date. Leo, the Lover's card, looks like you and Leo and, have a strong love affair going on or beginning. Virgo sees a future with you here. You have their heart. Libra, we got emotional messages coming in. Libra falling for you. Scorpio, there could be some guilt, sadness over separation, feeling like they disappointed you. Sagittarius has their eyes on you. Somebody's got their eyes on you. Somebody keeps tabs of you. All right. So Sag, you got, somebody here that has not fully left your energy field. And this is you and another Sag kind of spying on each other. Capricorn, Page of Wands. So we're seeing some flirting coming in with your Capricorn. Aquarius, wanting to turn things around with you. And Pisces, they're not giving up, right? They think you guys still have something here to salvage. All right. Capricorn. Same as last time, 231-31. All right. All right, Capricorn. Today is your lunar return, Terry. Today is Capricorn moon, right? So some of you might be feeling pretty good, pretty grounded, right? Maybe not. That doesn't always mean that you will, but it's have a great day, Jean. All right. Capricorn. Let's see what I get for you. All right. 5 of Cups. You have somebody here. I got drowning, right? Somebody here feeling sad and really kind of lost. You got the Emperor card too at the bottom of the deck. And you got the Death card underneath that too. So you got some major arcana here. There's a shift happening here. All right. Aries energy. Your person, Knight of Wands, their true feelings. All right. So they're still very attracted to you. This is somebody that, likes you, likes being with you, likes to connect with you. It's a very sexual energy though, lusty. Doesn't mean player guys all the time. I'm just letting you know that so you guys don't, because a lot of us are consumed. I mean, we automatically see the Knight of Wands and we think, we don't want a Knight of Wands, but a Knight of Wands is actually pretty friggin' amazing. It's just that it takes time. It takes time to turn that Knight of Wands into deep love, right? It doesn't happen overnight. And they're not quick to commit. They're just not. And they're not going to be. They want to find the right one that allows them to have freedom, but also learn to love and grow and feel safe and stable. And when they do commit, they are going to commit. Fire signs, are not, are not all non-committal. But they have a lot of spunk and they have a lot of fire and energy, and they just need that freedom, need that adventure all the time. You know, and it feels bad. It feels like I've done something, you know, and it's like I don't, you know, I don't know what to do here. The Five of Cups, somebody here feeling pretty worn down. Your person feeling pretty worn down, pretty run down, unhappy. So you, the way they view you in the trigger, Ace of Wands, that's the problem. I mean, so you have Ace of Wands here, and it's the way they view you, and also very triggering, you know, the trigger, you know, things happen fast with you. Things are exciting, things are passionate, things are fun with you. You know, when things get started, they're hot, they're awesome. And also this can be a trigger though, too. You light up quick, you get pissed quick, you get aggravated quick, you die out quick, you know, the passion ends quick, you know. And so things can be short-lived and or impulsive, right? On off, on off, on off again. And it just feels like it bothers this person. It really hurts this person. It's like maybe you both are similar, a lot alike, and don't realize it, or you do. I don't know. But it's like, why can't we have this? We have so much passion and chemistry. Why does it always end in separation? Why does it always end in, I feel sad, I feel like I disappointed myself and you? Because there is so much potential in this relationship with you, and this person feels it. And when you guys are angry or mad or separated, it's like, why? Because when I want to have fun, or the person that I want to be with is you. Or when I want to tell somebody something and it's you that I want to call, I have to remind myself that we're fighting, or I have to remind myself that I blocked you, or I have to remind myself that every time we talk, it ends up being in an argument or a fight over a commitment. Whatever it is that's getting in the middle of you and this person, it's like an ongoing or constant disappointment though, and it's wearing, it's dimming, it's depleting your person, and obviously it could be depleting you as well if this is happening. So their fear with you, the King of Wands, you're ready for something so much more right now. You're dealing with the Knight and you're a King of Wands. So of course you see yourself in this person. Of course you see the passion in this person. Of course you have so much fun and chemistry with this person because you're a lot alike. But the problem is a Knight is like, imagine getting, I've said this before, a rock band in college, high school and college, and then you're out and you're finally touring. And the King of Wands is, you know, you're Metallica getting ready to go on your final tour. You've made it. You don't need anything else. You're good. So that's where you're at, and your person is still touring. I don't know if there's an age difference. I don't know if there's just one just newly got out of a relationship and the other one, you know, has been single forever waiting for their one. Whatever it is, that is the pressure between the two of you. And can you make it work? Yes, but there is a recipe for everybody's relationships, and it's all different. But you have a lot of passion. There's so much fire here, but something, you guys keep getting in each other's way. And it just feels like, Capricorn, you're ready for the big win, and you're ready to go 0 to 100. You have Ace of Wands and the King of Wands. You're ready to hit the gas and 0 to 100 in 0 seconds. I don't even know what to say. And your person is like, man, you're intense, you're awesome, but I don't know, you just, I disappoint you. I'm gonna, you know, I'm just not there yet. So what do they hope for in the future? you know, I see the Seven of Swords. All right, to be honest and come clean about something. Maybe you're gonna make an honest fella or woman out of this person, right? Maybe. Let's see their next move. I have the Empress card. All right, so there's something still growing in this relationship. I'm being a seer, looking into the future about this, I feel like it might be the wrong place, wrong time. It may not work out for you right now, but this does not mean that it's not going to come back stronger than ever in the future. The Empress card talks about watering the seeds, the plant's still growing. Just because we're not getting something when we want to. Remember, King of Wands, Leo energy is ego. The King of Wands is like, what? I can't have what I want? What the hell's going on here? Right? And so this can be a little bit of a bruise to the ego at times, right? But it does not mean that this person won't come around at some point. And this was the beginning of the journey. It's just not when you want to call the shots. And that's hard for you, Capricorn. That's very hard for you. All right. So I got the Seven of Pentacles. This person definitely teaching you some patience. Sometimes your heart grows fonder when somebody leaves a situation. You realize it sucks that has to happen, but our society nowadays, we give up too easy, and you guys know it. All right. People give up too easy. People think there's something better out there. People, I don't know, have unrealistic expectations in relationships. There's just so much. We get in our own ways, to be honest, and I'm just as guilty. But what I'm seeing here is that sometimes, and I feel like now, people are going to be wanting such a deep connection, and you guys do, that these kind of relationships will come around at the right time. And when they do, you guys will be able to appreciate one another, and your person will be able to appreciate you. Now, some of you are saying, I'm not going to wait. Well, don't wait, ever wait for anybody. But it doesn't mean that this can't turn out to be a love story. You guys are a lot alike. What I got for you, Capricorn. I kept saying Sag because that Knight of Wands, and I just did Sag's energy too. All right. The truth will come out. For some of you this week, we do have Mercury entering Sagittarius, and I always see Sagittarius as being blunt, and honest and truthful. And, coming in Scorpio season, deep and truthful, and, the truth. So there could be some surprise truths coming out, Capricorn, this week. Aries through Pisces. I have the Three of Swords here flipped over. And I have the Six of Pentacles. So it seems like a lot of respect for you and another person, but some of you may be in separation with somebody. And it's hurting, but it may be what's best for some of you, but not for all of you. Aries, we have the Moon card. So it looks like something's changing with an Aries. You guys still thinking about each other. There's still movement happening, and they do feel very comfortable with you. Taurus following their heart. We got an invitation, love coming in with the Taurus. Gemini, Ace of Pentacles. So Gemini ready for something serious, all right? So making a serious offer. Cancer, we have 10 of Cups. You may find yourself together with the Cancer this week. Leo, the Hierophant. You may be leveling up into a serious relationship with the Leo. Virgo, Eight of Pentacles. Deepening your commitment with a Virgo. You both seem to want the same thing. Libra, the page of Wands, right? So we're seeing a new adventure come in, some flirting come in with the Libra. Scorpio, grounding in, Queen of Pentacles. Looks like they want to see a future here, take things more serious. Sagittarius, the World card. So maybe getting some sort of conclusion this week where things are finally going. Capricorn, 8 of Cups. So Capricorn, you may be dealing with somebody walking away. Maybe you're walking away, running, avoiding, or you just feel like something's been done. It's been unhealthy. We need to go on about our own way for a while. Aquarius, we're seeing King of Cups. All right, Aquarius deepening their feelings, being vulnerable with you this week. And we have Pisces, 7 of Wands. All right, so it looks like Pisces coming in to fight for this. All right. Aquarius. All right, let's see. My aqua babies. I am doing my best to tell you something good. I'm always, like I said, every time I do a live, it's always unique. I don't know what's going to come through. I don't know what energies and for who and what. Is that? Yes. Wondering if I wrote that wrong on my calendar. Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't. I was confusing myself. I was like, I'm talking to myself right now, Aquarius. I didn't. I thought I had something wrong and I did not. All right, Aquarius. 7 of Wands. Gonna make it. Gonna make this happen. Your person, 8 of Cups. All right. So you're dealing with somebody here who's got their back turned to the situation, trying to avoid the situation, trying to move forward. How do they really feel? 7 of Cups. This isn't easy for somebody. All right. So you have a 7 of Wands overall energy. It's like things have gotten kind of hard. There's some walls up. It looks like, we got a block going on here, is what I'm picking up on. But it doesn't mean the fight's over. It just means that I need a break. Now, you have your person, 8 of Cups. So they're acting like they're not interested. This is what they're showing you, the 8 of Cups. They're done. They're ready to move on. But what they're not showing you is the 7 of Cups. It's really hard for them because they have doubts and they're not sure they're making the right choice. There's a part of them that feels like you guys still have a chance, or you could be somebody they could have a bright future with. But there is a very defensive energy, somebody who is having a hard time letting down their guards and letting you in. How do they view you and what triggers them? The 4 of Pentacles. All right, so they may feel like you hold on to things, you have control issues, you don't trust, you may have a hard time letting go of how things play out. You want security though. So just because I'm saying that, like control issues can be kind of triggering for you, but that usually stems from trauma. It stems from, I need to feel emotionally and financially safe here, and you're not making me feel safe. And so now I'm tightening the grip. I can't let go of something because you're triggering every fear in me by constantly running. And the 7 of Cups, this person here is so uncertain. So it's like they see potential in the possibilities, and you can feel that, because if somebody is trying to hide their true feelings, it comes out in one way or another, but it doesn't make it right. If they're showing you this avoidant energy, And this 8 of Cups energy, you got to show them the doorway. Because this is playing with you too much. This is triggering, you feel like a victim. You go into this victim mode and you know you're not a victim. But yet at the same time, you're vulnerable. You're in a position where you have no choice and you just feel very unstable and it doesn't feel comfortable. And so somebody brings this side of you out and it just doesn't feel good. And it makes you feel more needy. And then when you start to get to do this, another person starts to feel like it's your fault. Like, let go a little bit, let go of me. And you're like, oh, what am I doing wrong? It's such an undercurrent. It's such a psychological game. And to me, it can be unhealthy. And to me, you can be unaware you're doing it. So you can't call out people, or if this sounds like your situation, it might not mean your person's doing it on purpose. Because we all have certain patterns and triggers and traumas that we react in the way, whereas if I don't know what I want, oftentimes I can be a runner. I can avoid my problems. And so the person that hurts the most, though, is the one that's a little bit more stable, that has already invested in you. I mean, you've already invested in this person, right? And it's got a lot of worry here. So what scares them the most about this relationship is the 8 of Swords, all right? This person doesn't want to feel stuck in a relationship, right? This person has a lot of doubts, has their own fears and limited beliefs. They think everything, worst case scenario, that can go wrong. There may be insecurities that are triggered in this relationship, trust issues that are triggered in this relationship. I am seeing insecurities, maybe even jealousies or holding on too tight. But I feel stuck. I feel somebody feels afraid to get stuck in a relationship and make a choice and then not be happy in the long run. And so they're feeling like it's best to move on, even though it hurts them, because they don't know if they're making the right choice. What do they wish for with this relationship? The 5 of Wands, that it wasn't so difficult. That there wasn't so much tension, activity. I don't know if you guys have a lot of disputes. I mean, when I see this, I think of people that just trigger me around me, that can get you, easily irritate you, or there's fighting, there's tension, there's challenges, competitiveness. Everything's always on, high strung, What's their next actions towards you, though? I have the King of Cups. So it really feels like this person is very thoughtful, very loving, very, they care. It looks like there could be an emotional conversation coming in between the two of you. I just want you to know that it's not really easy for this person if they're avoiding you or ignoring you. It's really hard for this person they know that they're hurting you, and they are seeing maybe that they've made you feel insecure. And this isn't their intention, not with the King of Cups. But it does look like they are repressing, they are pulling away their energy because they're uncertain and they don't want to have any regrets in the future. All right. And this could be temporary. You have the Hanged Man and the 7 of Wands. It seems like this person they're not sure which way to go. The Hanged Man. I don't want things to stay the same, but I'm not sure where things are going. I'm feeling kind of stuck in limbo. So there could be a block going on. It feels like a diffusion. Like I'm just trying to do what I feel is right in this situation right now, moving forward. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio is here. Let's see Aries through Pisces for you. So the good news is, it's like I'm trying not to end something for good. I'm trying to make a decision before something does end. I have funny things to say, not funny things, but I could have a talk and debate all day long about non-committal energy. And I always play the devil's advocate, and I'm always making people mad. But because I believe in the law of assumption, and everybody's you pushed out, and so many other avenues, and that when we get involved, I'm just going to say this one thing. When we get involved with somebody who's non-committal and we know it and we keep pursuing it, I personally believe that you're the one that's non-committal, right? And you know, and you're the one that is dealing with the situation to avoid commitment, because it's easier to deal with something that you know, or someone that's non-committal. Now, somebody else may argue me that about it. It's only playful. It's only playful argument. But I do believe that people mirror back to us what's going on. So all that is just playful argument, debate, but I'm not a scholar in that. All right, Aries, 5 of Wands. All right. And I'm seeing here, Aries and you have a lot of fight, right? You guys have a lot of fight in you. So there's room to grow here with you and Aries, but it does feel like you and Aries are kind of in a place where you got to get back into your corners in order to make some sort of change. So you do challenge each other. Taurus, 2 of Wands. You and Taurus still have plans, you know, in the future here, you know, getting together. Gemini, Lover's card, and we're seeing you and Gemini have a very strong love affair going on, but it could be a love story, triggering, makeup, breakup, that kind of good stuff. Cancer, we see the Devil card. So you and Cancer have a lot of triggering with each other, a lot of shadow, fears, doubts coming up, maybe even some cheating, but there's still an attachment there. Leo, Wheel of Fortune. All right, so we are seeing here Leo wanting to come back around, maybe turn things around. Virgo, we see given to this, wanting to give to this, reconcile with you. Libra, 7 of Wands. So we do have somebody here who's got their guards up, Aquarius. It looks like there's the block, you know, somebody, you know, wanting to fight for this, but also wanting to run from it at the same time. All right, so it could be defense mechanism. It could be a little bit of a roadblock for now. Scorpio coming in like a queen. It's our season. Scorpio's like, come to me, I'll be responsible. I got it all. I got the answers, right? You guys are like, oh, I wish my Scorpio was like that. But I do see Queen of Pentacles, so it looks like they could be stepping up. Sagittarius, I see a conversation coming in, romance coming in. Capricorn, Page of Pentacles. So you have, you know, workable energy here. Let's talk things out. Aquarius, 5 of Swords. So you are definitely dealing with somebody that's that's messing with your head. All right, messing with your head. And so this could be a week of challenges when it comes to some mental stress, especially with another Aquarius. Pisces, you're seeing the Empress card. So we're seeing things still playing out. Things are still growing here, something manifesting with you and a Pisces. And then there's the thing with, you know, see, I can't have a conversation without still thinking about it. The thing too is when we're going after people who are non-committal, it also can be a sign that we think that the harder we work for love, the deeper the love is, and that is not true. That is not true. Yeah, that's mine. Yeah, maybe in membership. I know. Not here. All right, 259. All right, Pisces. Ultimately, it feels like it protects us. If somebody's non-committal, then we already are getting hurt. We won't have to wait to get hurt at the end, right? All right, Pisces. And like I said, I don't know. It's just my opinion. The Star card, Pisces. Pisces, you had a really good reading. You had an awesome reading last week. You know what's funny as a reader on YouTube for a long time is I post things like new love, beautiful love, a new person coming into your life, and those videos don't get a lot of views. You post something about a past person or something, you know, and they go viral. And then yet whenever I'm live and I talk about a past person, I get the most comments about people not wanting a past person and to talk about new love. So, but the numbers are the numbers. And so it always blows my mind. But your last reading was so nice. It was like you had a very, very nice reading, nice, beautiful energy. And here's the Ten of Swords, right? Underneath the Star card. And it just seems like you're finally healing. The Four of Swords. It looks like you may be finally healing past, you know, chasing somebody who, again, was non-committal. We have the Knight of Wands. You know, maybe somebody's giving you the run for the money. Somebody broke your heart. You gave them the benefit of the doubt. But it looks like the time's coming in here for you to finally get what you desire. Right? And I'm seeing here that you're about to have a big, you know, smiley face on. I love this little girl. Your person, Page of Cups. So I am getting this, you know, again for you, this beautiful new beginning type of energy, new crush, new love, somebody who's fallen for you, somebody's got love for you. This could be, I miss you, I love you. You know, I really care about you. We're both falling for each other. You know what I mean? Their hidden heart, they're falling for you harder than you know. You've got somebody showing up as a Page of Cups, but what they're hiding from you, what they might be, you know, suppressing is the Knight of Cups. So you have somebody here that's falling harder for you than you realize. It's more than just a crush. How do they view you and what triggers them? Ace of Pentacles. You're definitely golden. You are somebody that to this person, you just look like the real deal. So you have an Ace of Pentacles, and I'm getting this for my Pisces. This must be a moment beginning for you, some real true love coming your way. You have an opportunity coming in, and somebody really feeling like you're the one. You're the winning ticket. What are they afraid of? Judgment. This person may be younger than you or not as well off as you, or, you know, maybe they just think that you're, you know, you get a lot of attention. Maybe you're super good looking and this person thinks they're average. I don't know. But I am seeing judgment. Either they feel like, you know, they're afraid of being judged for their past, being judged for their past behaviors. But I am seeing here, somebody sees you as a chance at a good life. Somebody wants to give this a serious go and make you a serious promise. Let's see what they really want. I see the Four of Pentacles for you here is to build something solid. This is a person that wants to build security with you. This is a person that needs security. This is a person that needs stability. Now, they might be slow to show it at first, but this is somebody here that obviously feels pulled into your energy, which is why their feelings are growing faster. They may be afraid to let you know how much they care about you, but I don't see this person here holding back with their feelings either. They just might not be letting you know how deep they run. Look too anxious. Their next actions with you is the Fool card. So this person about to jump in and see where it goes regardless of what happens. I don't know where this is going. I do get a really young energy. A really new energy. And Pisces, this could be you breaking away finally from a situation that has caused you a lot of pain. Like I said, the Ten of Swords and the Star card. Some of you connect into an Aquarius, but some of you, or an Aries, some of you might be like, you know what, I'm done with that. And you're running into the arms of somebody that really, truly loves you. Water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So things are looking up. It looks like there is somebody way better on their way in for you. And I have the Nine of Pentacles. All right, so somebody here who's available and sees you as somebody that they could build a lifetime together. All right. This is not an option coming in. This is not somebody who sees you as an option. This is somebody who sees you as the golden ticket. All right, Aries through Pisces. And then I am going to take a quick break and I will be back on. I probably will put the questions up soon because I don't know. I probably will. Questions closed. Let's see. All right. Aries, the Strength card. So you and Aries, it looks like you guys work well together, building a bond. You know, you guys will make it work. You'll find a way. Taurus, you have the Devil card. All right. So there's an unhealthy attachment here with you and a Taurus. There could be some cheating going on. Gemini, Three of Swords. So we're seeing separation here. Somebody's disappointed, unhappy. Cancer, we're seeing Three of Wands. So Cancer on their way in. This could be who you're moving forward with. Leo, Ten of Wands. Things might be getting real heavy, finally breaking down with the Leo. Giving up here. Virgo, it looks like you're building something solid with a Virgo. Libra, celebrating good times with a Libra. Scorpio, things might be ending with a Scorpio. It looks like, you know, you just can't seem to give each other what you need. Sag, King of Pentacles. Sag sees a future. You're definitely somebody that they want to provide for. Capricorn, Knight of Swords, coming in on a mission. Aquarius has deep feelings for you, may open up this week. Pisces, you got destiny, right? Things unfolding. It looks like they want to turn things around or come back around and see where things go. All right, guys, I love you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to let you guys go quickly so I can get a little bit of a break before I come back on. I will be live. Don't forget to check out that QR code if you want a read-in or if you want candles. They are there. I have some signs that I have full stock and I have some that are out of stock, but I'm not going to make new ones until most of them are gone. They're getting there. So make sure to get yourself a candle. I do have a few Pisces left. I'm out of Gemini right now. Leo, I think there's a couple that I'm out of. Libra. So make sure to check it, you know, good Christmas gifts. And I will see you guys soon. Take care.